Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
Thursday, Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust. Alongside me, to my right, is Kyle Wallace, carrying 8 jugs of water for the Packers organization, and Matt LaFleur. What's up, Kyle?
My arms hurt so much from carrying all that water of Matt LaFleur, one of the most winning coaches percentage-wise in the NFL.
Regular season Kyle Wallace, there he is. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, Super Bowl 50 runner-up.
I don't mean to derail our conversation early, but I still can't stop thinking about the Wheel of Strofe yesterday and these astronauts coming home because of
an alleged...
A mysterious... I brought that up to Lexi.
What was her response?
What?
What was her response?
She goes, no. I told her like what we maybe hypothesized was the issue. And she goes, no, pull them up. Same thing.
3 male astronauts, 1 female.
She couldn't.
People are putting it together as Strofe, you're the foremost expert on this. They don't come back from space missions.
No, for the first time in the 25-plus years of the ISS, the International Space Station, this is the first medical evacuation ever. Now, they have said it is not a pressing medical emergency. However, it is the right decision to bring these astronauts home just 1 month early. They've been gone for 5 months. So the idea is space baby.
Yeah,
a lot of morning sickness potential in that spaceship.
Space Baby would be an electric band name. Like if we actually started the KBN band like we've talked about before, Space Baby would be a badass band name.
Who's the lead singer?
Best take you've had in months.
You know I'm the lead singer.
Get out of here. I mean, I don't know.
I would pick Kyle. He's more of a performer.
It's between I really do have range.
I could see.
We need you as like the second with the guitar.
Is that what you're saying right
You
now?
would embarrass us.
I could see there being like stage tension over who has the main microphone between all 3 of you. To be quite honest, you'd be all fighting for it.
I
could do the thing where like, you sing face to face, so you have the thing together like the Beatles used to do.
It's almost like in Drumline where they start going next to each other, and then he comes up and he goes ahead of him,
Baby.
I definitely see Ben wanting to not be happy with his role of being.
Oh, I would be unhappy with my role at all times.
There'll be a point where he's just sitting there just watching this. I can hit all those notes. He just takes the mic and just does it.
800-990-3776.
Do you think they have
Is the
pregnancy
carbless
tests?
talking text line? They don't have those in space. They're not bringing Clear Blue up there. Alex Strofe is running the show. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison.
Did you shoot it to them? Like a mail delivery system? Just take like a canister the size of my water bottle here, and you hit the exact parameters, and poof!
You think it's like a T-shirt cannon? What are you imagining?
Yeah, exactly.
Right now?
You just get it. If they can shoot something literally 1,000,000 times the size of my water bottle, why couldn't you just set the same parameters to my water bottle, put a pregnancy test in there, and shoot it into space?
So you think this is like the pharmacy when you send the tube up?
That's exactly right.
Like at the bank.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, or yes, that too.
Incredible technology.
It's just air pressure.
I know, but it's still incredible.
Incredible technology.
It is. It's cool. It's really cool.
It is fun to see it go.
Yeah, I wish we had.
Good sound too. Yeah. Underrated sound.
We still have no update. It is an undisclosed serious medical condition affecting one of the astronauts. Again, their ages 59, 58, 39, 38.
You do the math, you figure it out. We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And it's, as Strofe labeled it, another day of silence coming from 1265 as we are all waiting to see when this decision is made, whatever decision Ed Policy makes, play out the contract, extend him for a long time, extend him for a little time, get him a pay bump, set him free. God only knows. Gutekunst is involved. Russ Ball is involved. Their contracts are similar. A lot is being figured out right now. But I think an interesting place to start, because a lot of our attention has been centered around Matt LaFleur. And I thought Jason Wilde broke it down in a different way today when it has a lot of conversation around the injuries and, Matt LaFleur as a coach. Is the roster good enough? Free agency, draft. Well, let's hear from Jason Wilde on how he put it and where the Packers organization is right now.
I'm not saying that he is in any way a bad GM, but I think you have to scrutinize some of the things he's done. His 2 free agent signings, injuries were part of it, but they were certainly not like Josh Jacobs and Xavier McKinney, right? Some of the decisions he has made in terms of how he's handled different positions. Corner and defensive tackle were an issue in camp, and they came back to bite him by the season's end. And when you have, again, we talk about Kyle Shanahan, what a great job he's done in San Francisco that they've won all these games. Any chance that has anything to do with John Lynch having done a better job of putting together their roster? Again, that doesn't mean Goody sucks. It means that if we want to be this critical about LaFleur, and again, you've heard me say it, he deserves criticism. I'm not sitting here carrying my little parasol, walking around talking about how amazing Matt LaFleur is, like a little girl who's smitten with him. That's not it.
That's Kyle.
He deserves criticism, but I think Goody deserves scrutiny too, and I think that's a reasonable position to hold.
That was Jason Wilde on Weekly Wilde with our very own Alex Strofe talking about the general manager of Brian Gutekunst. And so I think I've been seeing a little bit of it, but when you hear Jason explain that, the free agent signings and the way that maybe John Lynch has built a roster for Kyle Shanahan, do you shift to the Goody's deserving of whatever Matt LaFleur gets, or should they be on the same timeline of contract? Should they be different? How do you evaluate both? Because they are, as you said, Brad, hip to hip since really the beginning, other than 1 year.
They have been joined hip to hip, and it's really hard to delineate between GM and head coach. Like, if you're having success, is it because the players are just very good, or is it because the coaches are coaching them up, developing them, and putting them in positions to succeed? So it's hard to differentiate, and we haven't seen Matt LaFleur or Goody operate independently of one another. It's not like Matt LaFleur is a head coach elsewhere that we could have a different sample size for evaluating Matt LaFleur. So I'll start by saying Jason's right that Goody has been able to sort of withdraw from the criticism over the last couple of weeks because it seems like the blame for Matt LaFleur is so visceral and it's so obvious. So for me, yes, there is blame to go to Goody, but more has to go to Matt LaFleur. I mean, a pie chart of sort maybe makes sense. It's probably like 70-30 right now as to why the season didn't go as you wanted it to go. Because as I look at some of these things, the biggest thing for me is we saw moments where this team is like a Super Bowl contender, a true Super Bowl contender. I think about even the first half of the playoff game against the Bears. You're like, oh, easy money. This team is going to roll. Their offense, defense, we were absolutely rolling. I think about moments like even both Detroit games. It seemed like the team had come together, played really well. Second half of Pittsburgh, there's just even the first 3 quarters against Denver before Micah Parsons got hurt. You're like, this team could be a Super Bowl contender. The problem is, and this is why I believe coaching is the bigger issue than personnel, is the inconsistency. How can you have one half where you are cruising, and that happened several times against the Bears, cruising, clearly
this
the better
season.
team, and then second half, the whole script is flipped. If we had never seen this team even momentarily look like they could win a Super Bowl, we'd say, oh yeah, it's clearly players. The players just aren't good enough. They're being outmatched. But there's times where they looked far and beyond the better team and far and beyond one of the best teams in the NFL. And then there's moments where they look like they're among the worst teams in the NFL. I think of like Baltimore. How can you stop what runs so well against other teams like the Eagles and the Bears and the Panthers? The Panthers didn't really do a great job, but you struggle so much against the Ravens and the Bears in the second half. So I look at the inconsistency and say, we see the ceiling, we see the floor. The ceiling shows that there's good players on the team. Maybe Goody's not an elite GM like, Lynch is in San Francisco, but he's good at least, maybe great. But the inconsistency, I go to coaching. And yes, cornerback, D-line, even O-line, there were some mistakes made by Goody for sure. But if I had to put a pie chart of blame as to why the Packers didn't reach their final destination, I guess I'd go 70-30 LaFleur to Goody, but Goody deserves some blame.
Yeah, no, I think Goody deserves quite a bit of blame for the team that he put together. When you watch that last game against the Chicago Bears, in the second half, something that the Chicago Bears were able to successfully do was create pressure. The offensive line could not hold up, and that was basically just foreshadowing of what we saw. Not foreshadowing, was a result of what we saw for the entire year. Overall, when you look at Pro Football Focus, that was the 19th best offensive line in the NFL, and when it came to pass block efficiency, they were 26th in the NFL. We saw that on display against the Chicago Bears in the second half, where Jordan Love did not have
against
time.
a bad pass rush. But they did change. They did bring blitzes, but it still is
more pressure. They weren't able to pick it up. Brian Bulaga talked about the fact that at a certain point, you only have so many adjustments that you make at the line, and you just got to do your job, and you have to execute. This offensive line way too often did not execute, and this offensive line was put together by the pieces that were put in place by Brian Gutekunst. But on top of that, you're talking about you brought in Aaron Banks to help solidify this offensive line, and it just did not work out. We talk about, oh, well, he was injured. Nate Hobbs was injured. When we signed Nate Hobbs, what do we talk about? We said, oh, he's just like Jair Alexander.
Whoa. You were very excited about Nate Hobbs.
Time out. Did I not say that he's injury prone, just like the fact that Jair Alexander was injury prone?
But you set yourself up for failure thinking he could be of the likes of a Jair, even putting them in the same sentence.
Remind me if I'm wrong, though. He's a slot corner.
He was a slot corner.
Put him on the outside for several games.
They moved him to the outside, and so
which is weird because they were already good in the slot,
right?
With Keyshawn Nixon, and so when it comes and Javon Bullard, but when it comes down to, I put a lot of this blame on Goody for not building up a good enough roster for the Packers. You knew, as Jason said, that the offensive line was an issue. That's why you tried to retool it. You drafted guys in the first round, and it has not worked out so far. You knew the cornerback position was going to be an issue, and you knew the D-line was going to be an issue interiorly when you're talking about the defensive tackle. So when I look at who am I going to be pointing the finger to, yes, Matt LaFleur is a coach. He's supposed to get the most out of these guys. He's supposed to develop them. But Goody needs to give him the pieces to be successful. When you have the overall 19th best offensive line and Aaron Banks leads one team, and that team doesn't miss a beat with Aaron Banks being gone, that should tell you.
They did miss a beat. They did not run the football as well.
They were considered a top 5 offensive line by Pro Football Focus. So I'll take that.
Check out their run. Check out their run offense. Christian McCaffrey couldn't do anything.
Sure. You can say whatever you want to say, but at the end of the day, that team's still playing, and I think it has to do with they overall just have a better roster than we do.
Correct. I'm just saying it's not just because Aaron Banks. It's because of an overall perspective of John Lynch versus Goody.
Or it just comes to overall evaluation.
Well, so Drew is very hot on this in the 262 on the Carbless Talking text line. Terrible in the first round with his project picks. Gary, LVN, Morgan. What about Savage, who he picked a fifth-year option on? Jair's out of the league. Quay is decent. Wyatt is solid, but he keeps getting hurt. And don't get me started on the third round. Did he absolve himself with the Micah Parsons trade? Partially, yes. And I think what's really interesting about that portion is, would he have done that if Mark Murphy was there? We've discussed that a little bit. Was that Ed Policy pushing Goody to do some things differently than they had done in the past? So
I would think so.
Does that actually absolve him if it really wasn't his original thought? Do you think he brought that to Ed Policy? We don't know.
I would assume that it was a conversation where I don't think Ed Policy went to him and said, "Hey, want to go get Micah?" Or it's like a conversation of Micah's available. What do you want to do? He's a general manager. He should be the one starting those conversations.
He should be.
Presenting it to the president.
But it's something that the Packers have never done in 30 years. So to just say, like, yes, all of a sudden out of the blue, Goody's this big idea guy to take a big swing when it's not the Packers' DNA. I'm just bringing up the thought that because we don't know, because we're still learning so much, yet so little about Ed Policy as we're waiting on decisions to be made amongst all the contracts that are up at the end of next year that they're trying to figure out so the 2026 season isn't a weird, like, all right, everyone's on 1 year, go prove it, but you're going to prove it while you're in the middle of Jordan Love's $55 million year after you just invested in Micah Parsons. Right? The timing of all this is so fascinating, and they've made the playoff 3 years in a row. 7 seed, 7 seed, 7 seed. The amount of playoff games Matt LaFleur has won post Aaron Rodgers, it's all there, and we're all going to figure out who has the most value based off who Ed Policy decides he thinks has the most value.
How do you invest $125 million and it's all wasted this season? That's what you did this offseason. You invested in total. Granted, the guys can be cut and released, but between Aaron Banks and Nate Hobbs, you invested $125 million.
It's their total contract.
Their total contract.
That's not a great way to look at it. It's the cap hit.
That is a big number to be giving these guys. I expect a corner being signed for 4 year, $48 million. I expect him to be starting. A guy getting signed for a 4 year, or what was it, 4 or 5 years, $77 million contract, Aaron Banks guy. I expect him to be competing for Pro Bowls.
So let's take this a step further because Matt LaFleur as we mentioned, big part of the conversation. Gutekunst, Jason Wilde brought up on Weekly Wilde with Alex Strofe, which you can get on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Part of the conversation, too. You can only have one. Who are you choosing? Goody or LaFleur? You can only have one. Actually, I was thinking about it. I like the way Strofe put it on the YouTube. I was going to, earlier I was thinking, next 3 years. No, just you can only have one. Right now, your head policy, you choose one or the other. You choosing Brian Gutekunst, or are you choosing Matt LaFleur? 800-990-3776. Put on your edit policy hat and tell us on the Carbis Talk and Text line on YouTube.
Policy now, huh?
Yeah, everyone's ed policy right now. You can only have Goody or LaFleur. You tell us next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You throw hands?
Do I throw hands?
With T.O.
Will I? I throw hands with Andre the Giant, man.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Purchase your tickets, grab some friends, and get to the Sylvie on Thursday, January 29th for Andy North Trivia Night presented by Exact Sciences. Enjoy a fun and inspiring evening of trivia, music, food, and refreshments while helping to raise money for UW Carbone Cancer Center. This fun and inspiring event is hosted by Andy North, and along with the trivia, the lineup includes a silent auction, celebrity appearances, and prizes. Doors open at 6. Visit AndyNorthandFriends.com to buy your tickets. Past year's events have sold out quickly, so get your tickets today.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at wisconsinindoorgolfcenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation course starts today.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
With your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, I'm Will Summers. This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wisconsin Lutheran senior and Northern Iowa commit Xavier Zenz. Zenz delivered a championship-clinching performance at the Beach Ball Classic in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, knocking down a buzzer-beating three-pointer to lift number 15 Wisconsin Lutheran to a 57-54 win over North Crowley in the traditional bracket title game. Zenz finished with a game-high 26 points, shooting 9 of 12 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the free throw line. He scored the final 7 points of the game, including the game-winning shot as time expired. Over the 3-game tournament, Zenz averaged 26.3 points per game, earning MVP honors while leading the Vikings to the championship. Congratulations to Xavier Zenz, your UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
When storms hit or accidents happen, it's not just about property, it's about people. I'm Mandy Grimal-Lococo with Grimal & Associates Insurance. We help families bundle home, auto, and life coverage so you're never facing life's what-ifs alone. With the heavy rains we've seen in Milwaukee, we'll review your policy to be sure water backup, sump pump failures, and flood risks don't drain your wallet. Your home is more than walls and a roof, it's where life happens. At Grimal & Associates Insurance in Shorewood, we're here to protect your home, your family, and your peace of mind. Call us today at 414-332-0838.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
On Twitter and on YouTube, you can only keep one. We don't know what Ed Policy is going to do since we don't know. We can be Ed Policy today. Put on your Ed Policy hat and tell us at 800-990-3776. If you could only keep one, would it be LaFleur or Goody? Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock. We're across ESPN Wisconsin right now. 800-990-3776 is the Carbos Talking text line. And get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. I already know Kyle's answer, so we might as well go to somebody that...
What do you mean know my answer?
You've been carrying Matt LaFleur's water for him all week.
Goody.
You like everyone. I get it. You're a Packer backer.
Go,
Brad, what do you got?
It's actually a tough decision, but I'm going to go with Goody. And here's why. The reason the Packers are even in this position, the fact that they can even compete for championships, is because they have Jordan Love. That's it. They have Jordan Love. If they had no quarterback, they would not be competing for championships. Matt LaFleur can thank Brian Gutekunst for that decision back in 2020. It was unpopular, it was hard, and it honestly spurred Aaron Rodgers for a renaissance of some degree to actually play like an MVP and almost get to a Super Bowl. You could criticize Goody for not doing enough to push them over the edge, but the Packers are who they are, and they have a pulse at all because they have a franchise quarterback. You take off Jordan Love, and there is no Packer optimism if you are in the carousel and the circus that is trying to find a new franchise quarterback. So that is primarily and only on Goody. Not to mention, I mean, he even executed the trade for Malik Willis, and look what Malik Willis was able to turn out underneath the Green Bay Packers system. So I'm going to go with Goody. He pulled off the trade for Micah Parsons. He was able to draft Tucker Kraft, who's an all-pro in the budding. We know that Parsons is already an all-pro. Xavier McKinney, Josh Jacobs. You do have a stable of wide receivers. We know now that if Christian Watson's able to stay healthy and be able to be highlighted, he can be a wide receiver number one. So nobody's perfect. Yes, I would criticize him for his D-line and his first-round draft picks. They have stunk. He actually tried to go and fix that by getting Micah Parsons, but there's enough guys with flashes like Edgerrin Cooper, Javon Bullard, Evan Williams. He can evaluate. He can get guys. His problem is he's not hitting on the first-round draft picks. That's keeping them from being able to be true Super Bowl contenders. But for all of these reasons, it's Brian Gutekunst. And with Matt LaFleur, he's a good coach. I like Matt LaFleur. But I think that head coaches are more replaceable than good GMs.
Okay, that's what I was just going to ask you. Tim chimes in. I believe it's a lot easier to replace Goody than it is LaFleur.
I would
because think about the conversation that we're having right now about Matt LaFleur. They don't want to get rid of him because they don't have anyone better in line to take his place.
Well, let me ask anyone out there that think that's true. On any given year, there's 6 to 10 head coach openings and 1 to 3 GM or 1 to 3 GM openings at any given offseason. That tells me that NFL owners think, you know what, we got to hold on to our GM. There's not a lot of guys out there that we could just replace this guy with, but we can replace our head coach no problem. So I think that there's more replaceability when it comes to the head coach. And honestly, when you think of Matt LaFleur in general, well, Matt LaFleur is a disciple of Sean McVay, Kyle Shanahan. That system is out there now. There's so many coaches that run this system. Kevin O'Connell, Mike McDaniel, even Matt LaFleur's younger brother, Mike LaFleur. A lot of M's. He is running that system alongside Sean McVay in LA. So if you look at it and say Matt LaFleur is one of his best qualities play calling, well, this offensive system is now out there, and you could even argue that he has to stay ahead of it because it might be getting stale. So I think they're both really good. I think they're both good. Maybe really good, but to me, I'm going to stick with Goody.
Yeah, I just think you guys are way too emotionally attached to the fact that we're here, we're living and breathing. Wait a
Stop
minute.
saying I haven't even given my opinion.
Well, no, just in general, we're way too emotionally attached to the Green Bay Packers when it comes to being so upset about Matt LaFleur and so disappointed. See, what I'm going to do is I'm going to listen to a lot of folks on the national scale, a lot of the folks inside the league circles, even Shefty. Shefty doesn't seem like a person that is as adamant, banging on the table that the Packers
not an opinion maker.
Or get more.
He literally reports news.
And so what and the news he reports is that in league circles, people believe that Matt LaFleur is a good coach. Some even say top 5 coach. Some people even say Matt LaFleur is an elite
What do you
head coach.
think? I don't care about everyone else. I care about Kyle.
What Kyle believes is that Goody would be the first one to pack his bags before I let Matt LaFleur go. Now, why I say that is when you look at his draft classes, yes, they have progressively gotten better, but you cannot ignore what he did at the start because that is what put Aaron Rodgers in a position where he did not win a Super Bowl, and that is what put us in a position where we are trying to just wait for more guys to develop right now. And when you look at it from 2020 to 2025, the Packers had 10 top 50 picks, and guess how many Pro Bowlers were produced from those 10 top 50 picks that they had from 2020 to 2025?
Well, I don't think
they got one from Rashawn Gary.
Well, he was 2019. So you cherry picked because you didn't do Alexander or Rashawn Gary.
People go last 5 years.
We should be. We literally started this conversation by tying LaFleur and Goody by the hip, essentially. Because as long as LaFleur's been here, Goody has been here.
But my whole thing is this:
cherry pick city. Good call, Brad.
No, Jair Alexander is almost out the league. Y'all want to get Rashawn Gary out of the league. So what I'm saying is this: in the last 5 draft classes, excluding this year because they didn't have a Pro Bowler this year, but the Green Bay Packers, and we can go this year as well, they don't have any Pro Bowlers from these draft classes. That is top 50 picks. That is a problem. That is a problem when you're picking in the top 50, and that is where you're supposed to find guys who are supposed to be surefire starters in the NFL, and the Green Bay Packers have not been able to get those guys. When you look at the 2 Pro Bowlers, they're all pro guys that we had this year, I should say. Who were they? Xavier McKinney, and there was also Micah Parsons.
Does he get credit for going to trade Micah?
When you trade and you sign players, they're supposed to add to the roster that you have already drafted and developed. When you're getting guys in and they're filling voids that you have because of your poor drafting and developing, that falls on the general manager. That's why I'm saying I feel like with a GM, you can find somebody else. Hell, we probably got somebody else inside this organization as we just saw somebody go down to Miami who's probably going to do a good job.
I also think validates Goody.
He was here before Goody, or he was here during the time Goody was before. They're all coming up together. He's been here for 20 years almost. And so all I'm saying is this.
It's really convenient when you argue what you use and don't use.
So you're going to give Goody credit for basically getting hired at the same time? Okay. So you mean to tell me if you and me start doing a radio show, or Brad and I start doing a radio show together, and then you get elevated to some position, and we're underneath you for a couple years, and then we leave and go do another show, you get credit for finding me? Hell no. The person that brought me in gets
If you didn't keep doing good while I was there, then I'd say, hey guys, you don't want them. I'm getting rid of them soon.
The Packers have a great history of developing guys to run front offices, and at the end of the day, I do not feel like Goody has done enough to build this roster up based off the draft picks that he has. When you look up and down the draft classes from 2020, 2021, 2022, they just weren't good enough. You're talking about Jordan Love is the only guy that's truly contributing on the roster from 3 different draft classes. That is not good enough.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, you got Tucker Kraft, you got Christian Watson.
I said 2020, 2021, 2022.
It was a rough stretch. You're totally right. And that's why Goody is not completely absolved from this. I just think if you're going to move on from somebody, Matt LaFleur and what he does or doesn't do is more replaceable than what Goody and what that does. Because I don't think anyone is just equipped to just pick and evaluate a team.
Again, this is where you look at Matt LaFleur and you know he's good. We could re-legislate everything we've done all of this last week. But one thing that is sticking out in my brain, and maybe it's not fair, but I can't get out of my head how good Matthew Golden was in a playoff game as a first-round pick and how the coaching staff did not find a way because of Bo Melton and Dontavian Wicks.
I agree.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's malpractice.
Y'all told me. I told y'all. By the way, 2022 was a good draft class. But I told y'all the Golden Bugatti need to be pulled out the garage. And
the coach that Matt LaFleur employed as his offensive coordinator told us before the playoffs that Matthew Golden wouldn't have an impact. And it took 2 people being out for him to get opportunities to show what he's capable of. And in comparison to the other rookies in the NFL, different skill sets, Tet or Ibuka would not have been able to score on the same play that Matthew Golden did with the speed, electricity, and cuts That's what he has. And if you show it in a playoff game, there's ways that, it's no block, no rock around here. I don't care about Matthew Golden blocking. Make the others block for him, damn it. Because he's got that in him. That was malpractice.
Yeah, well, and the fact that Bo Melton is getting targets before Golden, I mean, it's just there's head-scratching coaching moments, not only game situations and timeouts and stuff, but you even think about the Elton Jenkins experiment to center, but then you realize quickly the line improved significantly when he was out.
Well, who made that decision to move him to center?
Was that LaFleur? Was that Goody? Was it a combo? It must have been combo, honestly.
I would assume it was Goody because Goody is the one that shops for the groceries, and Matt LaFleur is the one that cooks. And so I'm assuming he was. I'm assuming that he was.
Eat that, Brad. Eat those groceries.
No, I'm assuming that it was definitely probably a conversation, but
it must have been a combination of the two.
Yeah,
quite honestly. But you draft Jordan Morgan, you try to shove him in the middle where he stinks, and then actually put him on the outside, and he's actually much better.
That's true. That's very, very.
The whole thing's a mess.
I know it is. Each have their blemishes. There's no doubt about it. The first-round draft picks are god-awful from Goody. But Matthew Golden is one where you think that is an area where you can easily get him in the system. It's super transferable from college to the NFL. I just think who the Packers are today, which is Love, Parsons, McKinney, Kraft, Cooper. Those are all thanks to Goody.
We have the poll up on YouTube. If you could only have one moving forward, who would you choose? Goody, 55%. Matt LaFleur, 45%.
Very close.
On Twitter at KBN ESPN, if you could only choose one for the Packers moving forward, Goody, 49%, LaFleur, 51%. So I like to use both platforms to see who's more angry or who's not as angry or who's more one-sided or biased towards another. It's basically split down the middle. As a Packer fan, if you're keeping one, you can only keep one. Is it Goody or LaFleur? 50-50. Flip a coin. I don't know if that's good or bad. Shouldn't it be a runaway?
You'd hope so.
Shouldn't be like this.
Because I'm not sure anyone's satisfied. So I think fans are dissatisfied. I'm not sure you don't want to roll with anybody.
No.
This is why it all comes back to
Ed policy.
Doesn't matter what the voting is. Doesn't matter what that text is. What your opinion is,
they're both,
mine is. But I'm saying he's going to tell us what he valued, who he values more, based off whatever we find out about each of their contracts.
I would,
because it'd be hard for Matt LaFleur, after working hip to hip, to be like, yeah, well, Goody got this bigger deal than I did. If he's got a bigger deal than him, I'm going the Brad route, saying, bleep you, man.
Well, Goody's
totally.
That's not. I mean, longer.
James in Milwaukee, you're on the Carbless Talking Text line with KBN.
Yeah, I would, if I had to keep one and could only keep one, I'd take Goody. I think LaFleur is a good coach. I'm not saying I want to get rid of him, but in this situation, even with Goody missing, which hurts on a lot of first-rounders, he has went out and got pieces in places we need him besides cornerback, and Hobbs just didn't work. But I think we can get a coach easier than a GM. I appreciate you guys' show and love listening every day.
Appreciate you, James. Thanks for hopping on the Carbless Talking text line. Lucky for you, James, the best segment in the world's coming up next, so don't go anywhere. The Wheel of Strofe.
Oh, you just wait. I've got something banging for you guys today.
Oh, there he is. Him next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
The kid's got the longest rope in radio. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
You could take that one of two ways, and I agree with both.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, King. I see you, the confident.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
New year, new ride. Start 2026 in style at Kunis. Bring in the savings with amazing offers on all cars, trucks, and SUVs at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Kunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Trade in the old and drive into the new with huge incentives and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Better tech, better safety, better payments. Plus, we have pre-owned payments for every budget and over 2,500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from group-wide. And don't miss this month's service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Scott Kunis, COO of Kunis Auto Group. We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials. And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive no-fear lifetime powertrain warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases. Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
New year, new ride. Start your search online at shopkunis.com.
Watch the Bucks for free with select games on broadcast TV all season long. WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against Wemby and the Spurs. Tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build-your-own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Something exciting is happening at St. Kate the Arts Hotel. On the second floor, you'll find the Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, Milwaukee's destination for bold flavors, fresh sushi, seasonal entrees, and cocktails crafted with care. Start your day with a breakfast that fuels you, stop in for dinner that sparks conversation, or linger late into the evening with drinks designed to inspire. With flavors and drinks for every mood, the Studio is the perfect place to gather, celebrate, and connect. Be boldly social. The Studio Kitchen and Cocktails, now on the second floor at St. Kate the Arts Hotel.
We all experience daily struggles, and with so many concerns to be conscious of, breathing should not be one of them. Mark Tauscher here for Advent, and if you're like me and have had snoring issues, sinus problems, or difficulty breathing, then you'll want to meet the team at Advent. The team of Advent specialists have a few simple steps to help evaluate your individual limitations and get you back to breathing well. Since Advent addressed my snoring and nasal breathing issues, I feel great. I've never slept better, and my wife Sarah is incredibly appreciative. The team of Advent specialists listened to my struggles, found the best solution for me, and customized it to my needs. Take my word for it and go to adventknows.com to learn more about simple solutions to snoring, sleep apnea, and nasal breathing problems. And schedule your appointment today, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, well, if you only have one, who would it be, Goody or LaFleur? It's split 50-50 on Twitter, on YouTube poll. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Our last caller said Goody greater than LaFleur. Let's go to our next caller, Aaron in Appleton. You're up with KBN on the Carbless Talk and Text line. Good day.
Hey, guys. How are you doing?
Yo,
good.
Doing great, man.
So I'm going to pick LaFleur. It's close. I'm going to pick LaFleur. They're two different jobs, but I'm going to pick LaFleur because Goody's draft picks have stunk. We could go over the many draft picks that he's missed on, and let's say, okay, here's one. He missed T.J. Watt, and he picked Kevin King. That was a big mistake.
I think that
and
was
he's had,
Ted Thompson. who drafted.
what?
It was Kevin King.
No, that was 2017
that
draft.
was his last draft.
That
you're
was
right.
So wait, who?
More of a recent example, he swapped picks with the Jets and he picked Lucas Van Ness over Will McDonald. How about that?
Yeah,
Another example.
that's-
But Aaron, we
To
appreciate your call and understand.
To your point, there were plenty of misses by Goody. Plenty of misses.
Well, the misses are the reason why we are in the place that we are now. That's the biggest issue that we have.
We will continue to dive into this. Eric Stokes having resurgence.
Not with us.
Not with the
Cole
Packers.
Van Lan-
Coaching.
Cole Van Lan is having a great career.
Coaching.
Cole Van Landen.
Coaching.
Yeah, coach him up.
You're helping our argument,
Cole
not
Van
yours.
Landen got cut by the Green Bay Packers. You think Matt LaFleur cut him, or you think Goody cut
The
him?
coaches didn't obviously coach him up good enough. The talent was
Clearly.
there.
And Goody
Isn't
cut
it
him.
about bringing in
He goes-
talent?
Goody
goes to-
cut him.
He goes to Jacksonville. He's coached up, killing it.
Goody cut him.
Yeah,
Wouldn't have cut him if he was coached up.
the GM made Cole Van Landen what he is in Jacksonville.
No, I'm just saying he cut him. He didn't give us enough. Give him enough opportunity.
He saw the talent. Saw the talent.
Saw the talent.
I'm just saying his best draft
Coaching.
pick, his best
Right,
draft
Brad?
pick
Coaching.
2021's on another team.
Strofe, I thought you were going to shine here.
Amari Rodgers, just great.
That one hurts.
Coaching? No, he's not.
Josiah DeBarro, mate.
It's time for the Wheel of Stroke.
Yeah, another day, another buckaroonie. Here on the Wheel of Stroke, I've got a wheel, I've got topics, I've got thoughts, I've got comments. Can't wait to throw them at the wall known as KBN.
Wheel of
Might be my best intro yet.
Something wrong with that wheel.
Doesn't
That was a
sound
good
as
spin,
good.
though.
Good spin doesn't sound. Oh no. That was rad. And you're doing the little twisty turny thing.
I'm not even touching it.
Well, then don't move once you spin it.
All right, well, I won't move anymore. All right, so we start here, fellas. Big announcement today. Big announcement. Did you guys hear about this?
I heard the one yesterday you gave. Is this bigger? Oh, yes, I know. Dale.
Coming to Alpine Valley Music Festival.
What? Pitbull?
Pitbull.
Why can't Pitbull come to East Troy?
To East Troy, Wisconsin, opening for Pitbull, Lil Wayne.
Get
Lil
out of
Wayne.
here.
Is this the most diversity that Alpine's ever seen?
This summer, Pitbull coming to Alpine Valley.
Wow.
It's also Pitbull's 45th birthday today, ironically.
Wow, he's born the same day as MLK.
Powerful.
I believe Pitbull's sister owns a bakery in Oconomowoc.
You a lie.
No, I'm not kidding.
You a lie.
Excuse me?
Does Pitbull's sister own a bakery in Oconomowoc?
There's a connection. There's a connection to Pitbull and Oconomowoc. I'm not kidding. That's the rumor. That's the rumor. I could be spreading.
You've been talking too many
trash
too many
right
little
now.
Too many. All you Lake Country people think you like.
Hey, you know
Oh
why?
my God, he's right.
Yeah.
Where'd you
Yeah.
see that?
Well, you did a stupid voice text.
It's
He probably did a
bakery in
real.
downtown Oconomowoc that Pitbull's sister owns. It looks like a wonderful place.
Strofe.
I've been there.
Stroke, where do you have?
Uh-oh, he's digging deeper now.
See, Oconomowoc.
Well, she does have the same name as Pitbull's sister.
Jennifer.
Yes, Jennifer
Betances?
Betances.
Well, okay, how many Jennifer Betances are walking around?
I'm sure a lot.
Anyone from Oconomowoc, 800-990-3776.
Whoever this may or may not be. It looks like a lovely bakery. Lovely bakery.
You haven't stopped in?
Haven't
Are there
stopped
Pitbull
in.
pictures on the wall that are
No
signed?
Pitbull
Like
pictures, not that I've seen.
this should be This should be more obvious than this. Is this a Lake Country folk?
The Lake Country people know.
Garrett and Oconomowoc.
Garrett!
You're up on the Carbless Talking text line.
Garrett's my guy.
Yeah, so that's 100% true. His sister was my neighbor in the Wood Creek subdivision in Oconomowoc.
Okay, now we're getting real
What's up,
deep in where they
Garrett?
live.
Wow. Garrett's my guy.
So do people call
What
her
up?
Miss?
What up, Brad?
Do people call her Miss 305?
He has,
How did you?
I have
street
seen
cred.
Pitbull in the flesh in Oconomowoc.
Where'd you see him, Garrett?
Pitbull in Oconomowoc?
Where'd you see him?
At her house. He's been there. I've only seen him once, but he has been there.
Is he shorter in real life than on TV and music videos? I feel like he would be.
so small, so tiny.
They look like completely two different people. She looks like she lives in Wisconsin based off this picture. Cuban
What are you trying to say about Pitbull? He doesn't look like he could live in Wisconsin?
He looked like a Miami boy. Like he Mr. 305. He got swag to him. She just looks like Nancy or Jennifer out in Oconomowoc.
Do you know Pitbull's nephew's name? Her son's name?
No.
It's Alex.
Wow. Can you imagine your brother being Pitbull?
Crazy.
Do you think when Pitbull comes to East Troy, he's going to stay by her in Oconomowoc?
I bet he will. Oconomowoc's got cred.
Will you hang out with Pitbull, do you think?
I bet I will. I'm gonna be camping out outside the cafe. I'm gonna try to get him on the show.
When Pitbull comes to hang out with you, Brad, this summer, and you go into your basement, your cave, and you open up that fridge, what are you handing to Pitbull?
I'm gonna say Pitbull. Mr.
Pitbull ain't hanging out with Brad.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. 305.
In Lake Country.
Boy, do I have something for you.
You'll be yelling timber when I open up that fridge and he tastes that ice cold carbless, because he'll take a sip and he'll say the same thing that I say every time I take a sip of carbless. He'll be saying, this flavor is off the charts. I'm going to hand him the cranberry one and he's going to say, this is off the charts. I can't even believe it. I got to take this worldwide is what I'm going to have to do. Pitbull is going to love the guilt-free experience that is carbless. I'm going to say, Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, there's no carbs, there's no sugars, there's no gluten, only 100 calories and just the perfect level of carbonation. So when you're performing at East Troy at Alpine Valley, you can know that you had a guilt-free experience with carbless, and you'll still be thinking about that cranberry flavor that was on the tip of your tongue. I'll say, Mr. Pitbull, less is more with carbless.
This is crazy. I'm looking at
This is wild.
I'm looking at her page right now.
How is this not more known?
It was a Lake Country gem, a Lake Country secret.
Well, now all the KBN Nation
Oh, we don't
knows.
care about all you snobs. We're regular degulars.
I'm just glad that Garrett called and backed me up.
We got to go to the bakery.
We
got to walk in.
How have you not been to Pitbull's sister's bakery?
That's a great question.
We got to walk in and we got to say, Jennifer, dale. That's all we got to say. She'll know who we are.
Say, we know about Armando Christian Perez, a.k.a. Pitbull.
As Brad would say, Mr. Worldwide.
No, Mr. Pitbull. He called me
Mr. Pitbull.
That's crazy.
Time now for one of our favorite games, over under 800-990-3776. That's 800-990-3776. Go with caller 13 and caller 16 for over under. Caller 13, you're going to get the choice of going over or under Stroph's line that he sets. He's going to give you a category. We get 10 guesses to get as many right answers as possible. We shoot for the moon. If you believe in us, you go over. If you don't, you go under. Caller 16, you're stuck on the other side. So let's go. 800-990-3776. Caller 13 and caller 16. Hit the Carbless Talk and text line for over under. Coming up next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I have never seen BBL together. I've seen BBQ, barbecue, I've seen other things like that. I've never seen BBL.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The Homer Hour with special guests every day from 5 to 6.
Here's the only question that counts. Everything else is crap. Will and policy be able to walk out on the field with Matt LaFleur as the head coach?
The best 60 minutes of your day happens on the Homer Hour.
It could get worse, but can you put that guy in charge of the team and give him an extension?
Weekday afternoons from 5 to 6 on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
Did you forget the first day of school is this week and little Nancy still needs her name embroidered on her backpack? Or the company shirts are due now, not next week? Maybe the boss just declared Steve's retirement party is today and the shirts are mandatory? Whatever the rush. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more in Mequon has got you covered with fast turnarounds, no minimums, eco-friendly printing, and high-quality custom apparel. Big Frog brings your custom ideas to life fast. Stop by Big Frog in Mequon or visit bigfrog.com/Mequon. Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, where your ideas leap to life.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Dinner chaos? Not tonight. Not when you got Screamin' Sicilian Detroit-style pizza on the table. It's got a thick and airy crust, that crispy, caramelized edge, tons of toppings baked into perfection right in its own pan. Available in cheese. You got the pepperoni, the multi-meat. Supreme is fantastic, all delicious. Every bite brings a little peace and harmony to the table. It's Screamin' Sicilian Detroit-style. Dinner drama diffused. Find it in your local grocer's freezer section.
Don't miss a full day of nonstop basketball action at the Deer District Prep Showcase Saturday, January 24th at Fiserv Forum. See the next generation of stars as 12 elite high school boys basketball teams take over the court for 6 can't-miss games. Watch Slinger, Freedom, Arrowhead, West Dallas Central, Racine Lutheran, and more all in one place. General admission is just $20, and that gets you access to all 6 games. Check the full schedule and grab your tickets now at FiservForum.com. Be there. Feel the energy. The Deer District Prep Showcase Saturday, January 24th.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Kick off the new year with a smarter home and bigger savings with Exterior Pros and Baths. New windows to lock in the warmth, durable roofing, eye-catching siding, or a stunning bath makeover. Start the year off right and get $3,000 off your project. That's right, $3,000 back in your pocket during our New Year savings event. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com today. This deal won't last all winter. Exterior Pros and Baths. New year, new home, done right.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time now for one of our favorite games on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Been some good lines, some good performances all around from everybody here. Let's get right to it, Strofe. Let's get to over-under.
Will the guys hit the over or will they disappoint? It's time for Over-Under on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Over-under time here on KBN. I've got a category. I've got an over-under line. The guys will have 3 minutes and 10 guesses to get as many right as they can. 2 new contestants today. Very fun stuff. Caller 13, Eric in South Milwaukee, not a believer. Eric in South Milwaukee is on the under. Therefore, that puts Scott in Hubertus.
Where is that?
I was just about to ask you the same question, Ben. Where would you put on a map Hubertus, Wisconsin?
In between Madison and Milwaukee.
Incorrect.
Actually, the other direction.
Closer to Platteville?
No, wrong.
Still
Colder.
wrong.
It's not far from Milwaukee.
It's north.
By Richfield?
Yeah!
Okay, Ben.
That is crazy that you said Richfield.
I'm surprised you even know Richfield.
Yeah.
Well, I look at maps.
By Germantown and Richfield.
Yeah, legitimately, that was like a perfect place.
I literally have written down in Scott's info, Hubertus, which is by Richfield.
That is
me.
crazy.
Good for you.
I think we had a texter from Richfield yesterday, so it was top of mind.
You just find a way
Scott
to pull it out.
Hubertus by Richfield is on the over. All right, fellas. I bet you could guess what today's category is.
Top 10 Pitbull songs?
That would have been a good one.
So good.
No. It's NFL related.
Last 10 fired head coaches?
No, I'm looking for the 10 longest tenured head coaches after the departure of John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin, who were the top 2 on this list previously. So, that said, who's going to be our final answer, and then I'll give you your line.
NFL Brad.
Yeah, I'll do it.
NFL Brad is your final answer. Your
What's the
over-under.
over-under? What's the line?
8.5. You need 9 or 10 to get the W. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
Well, I think LaFleur is. Let's just start. LaFleur, McVay, Shanahan, McDermott, Reed.
Do those 5 final answer?
Okay, hold
Yeah.
on.
Okay.
You're gonna
Matt
have to read
LaFleur
this back.
final.
Yep, that's correct. He's tied for 5th, 2019.
McVay final.
Tied for 2nd, 2017.
Shanahan final.
Also tied for 2nd, 2017.
McDermott final.
He's the last guy tied for 2nd, 2017.
Reed final.
He is the longest tenured, 2013.
Okay. So there's 5.
Sirianni?
Sirianni's been there since
Zach
at least.
Taylor, he took him to a Super Bowl, and he was there before they got.
Dude, Zach Taylor's a really good call.
Zach
Yep.
Taylor's really good.
AFC.
Zach, I mean, if
LaFleur.
Sorry,
If LaFleur's on there,
you
Taylor's
said
got.
Sirianni, so it's
No, he said Sirianni.
I said Sirianni, but if LaFleur's on there, Taylor's got to be on there.
Zach Taylor final.
Zach Taylor's tied with
2
Matt LaFleur.
minutes.
2019. You've got the 6th longest tenured.
I believe Sirianni was there in 2020.
I believe you are correct, but I cannot confirm that. I'm going through my mind at different teams. The AFC East, I think we wiped out with only Reed because Peyton hasn't been there long enough.
Yeah.
Harbaugh just got there, and Chargers, the other
When did Dan Campbell arrive?
That was 2021 or 2020. I feel like D'Amico Ryans.
It was 2021.
D'Amico's too new.
I like Campbell and I like Sirianni.
Let's do Sirianni final.
Yep, 2021, not 2020, but that
Okay,
is
so
on the
then Campbell's on there.
Sure.
And Dan Campbell final.
That is correct. He is also 2021. You have 2 names left. You need one of them.
All right, who is?
But you only have 2 guesses
Who's in
left.
the AFC South? The
Not
Jags, no.
Cohen.
Tennessee, no. Titans, we don't believe in. Not the Colts.
No.
Is D'Amico like 3 years?
D'Amico, I know he's made the playoffs 3
1
years.
minute.
See, he was there with Stroud. In Jordan Love's first year, which would have been 2020.
Which is only 3 years.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then you got to go to
How long is Kevin O'Connell?
Todd Bowles might be on the list too.
Todd Bowles is a good one. I like Todd Bowles and Kevin O'Connell.
Let's do Todd Bowles final.
Yeah, because it was after Bruce Arians left, so the Super Bowl.
Yeah, those are both right.
Okay.
Kevin O'Connell, Todd Bowles, number 9.
10 for 10,
10 for 10.
Who didn't believe in us?
Eric in South Milwaukee.
Ah, come on now, Eric. We know our
I
coaches.
was very tempted to go 9.5. It felt high. And I regret not
Which
doing
one did you think we're going to stumble on?
it. I just thought it was the dates more so than the names. Todd Bowles and Kevin O'Connell.
Wait, so did we get 9 or we got 10?
We got
10.
Oh, we got 10.
The problem is there were so many coaches fired this year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
shrunk our pool of candidates because there's 9 openings in a 32-man league.
Right, there's only 23 head coaches right now.
Yeah, and we just named a third of the 20 or half of the 22.
Almost
Right,
half
but
the
I thought
current
maybe
head
you would have
coaches.
tricked yourself into a D'Amico Ryans or,
Well, we're not stupid.
It's crazy that 2021 is only 5 years ago that you'd be hired, and you were in the top
And that's Dan
10
Campbell
of
and
longest tenured coaches.
was that
Rob
Campbell and
Domofsky
Sirianni?
like Rob Domofsky told you yesterday, Brad, it's a year-to-year league.
It's a year-to-year league. You are
But-
dating, you're not married.
A lot of those names, you talk about sustainability. When you talk about a McVay, you talk about a Shanahan. A lot of those teams have sustained.
And you talk about a Zach Taylor. Cincinnati's just like famously cheap.
And they just can't get the defense right. If they only had a defense.
Kick off the new year with your best flavor, and that's Screamin' Sicilian Pizza. Not even best, it's bold, baby. They have the most amount of toppings you're going to find, the most amount of mozzarella cheese sourced from Wisconsin. That's stone butter fiery crust, and I'm telling you, they have tons of different styles. The original, the OG Screamin's, the thin and crispy, the tavern style, $5.99 each right now at Woodman's through the 25th. So get over to Woodman's for great frozen pizza. Look, Frozen Pizza Friday is tomorrow. My wife is out of town. Then she's going to dinner tomorrow, which means, you know what's on the menu for baby Isla? We stopped calling him a baby, by the way. She's turning 2 this year.
She's a baby.
She's still a baby?
Yeah, you're
Still
a baby.
Well, she loves.
She's always going to be a baby.
She loves Frozen Pizza Friday, so it makes my life easier. I get 2 Screamin' Sicilians, 1 OG Screamin', 1 Tavern Style, and I give her a little bit of both. I have a little bit of both. We're all happy as can be in the Brust family household, and Frozen Pizza Friday is tomorrow, so stay tuned for your chance to head into the weekend with a Frozen Pizza Friday Screamin' Sicilian giveaway. You got to taste what all that screaming is about. Head on over to your local grocer's freezer. What emotion are you feeling right now as a Packer fan? Are you patient? Are you numb? Are you hopeful? I want to feel what you're feeling. Next, in 2 minutes.
When a trophy is raised, it can feel like the season's over, but on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season, get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or phone today.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
New year, new ride. Start 2026 in style at Cunis. Bring in the savings with amazing offers on all cars, trucks, and SUVs at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Oak Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Trade in the old and drive into the new with huge incentives and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Better tech, better safety, better payments. Plus, we have pre-owned payments for every budget and over 2,500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from group-wide. And don't miss this month's service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Scott Kunis, COO of Kunis Auto Group. We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials. And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive no-fear lifetime powertrain warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases. Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
New year, new ride. Start your search online at shopkunis.com.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2, right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on ESPN Wisconsin. Here's Kyle Wallace, Ben Brust, and Brad Nortman.
I want to know how you're feeling. We don't know what's going on. We are using context clues from Jason Wilde, Rob Domofsky, Bill Huber, Adam Schefter. Anyone following the league is talking about the Green Bay Packers and what Ed Policy is trying to figure out from a contract situation for Matt LaFleur. You can add in Brian Gutekunst. You can add in Russ Ball. It's a lot to be figured out there. But putting it all together, last 7 years, the last 3 7 seeds, the loss on Saturday, the uncertainty of what's to come. How are you feeling right now as a Packers fan? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. It can be whatever emotion you want, but I think these three sort of hit all facets. Patient, numb, or hopeful. Kyle Wallace, Packer backer.
Currently now I'm numb. I'm numb. Eventually I will turn the corner and turn the page, but I'm numb to all this. When I say I'm numb to all this...
That sounded like a one-word thing.
Yeah, what was that?
I'm numb to all of this.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant to say. And my feelings is just the fact that, hey, listen, this is just the annual January heartbreak. In my life, I have had more heartbreak when it comes to the Green Bay Packers than I had triumph. That is just the truth. That's how sports work. But unfortunately, as a Packers fan, it just seems like the heartbreak is so devastating. It just seems like it's so memorable. I still remember in 2007 sitting upstairs. It might have been 2008 at that point, but 2007, 2008, sitting upstairs in my bedroom as a senior in high school, watching Brett Favre throw the interception to end his career as a Green Bay Packer. I just remember sitting there, and I remember going to school a couple weeks later finding out that Brett Favre was retiring, but it still stick with us to this day. You talk about the Seattle game again, that the onside kick, it sticks with us to this day. I remember Arizona where Aaron Rodgers kicked the ball up after he got a face mask, and they got it and they took it. It's It's just so much heartbreak that sticks with me. So, yes, I'm numb to this. So you guys ask, why have you been so calm this week? Because this is how my life has been the majority of the years. The Packers have a good season. The Packers make the playoffs. We're all hopeful that something special could happen. And then, boom, it's all gone in an instant.
Yeah, numb is the right way to describe it. I think as you go back and think about those, and even like, I'm thinking about my time as a Packer fan, sort of pre-NFL. I remember even 2011, where, I mean, you're coming off a Super Bowl win, so there's a lot of like goodwill deposited. But they went 15-1 that year, the Green Bay Packers, and lost again to the Giants.
Oh my gosh, that was embarrassing.
And Rodgers was an MVP that year, his first MVP, and you're just like, dynasty in the making. And then they lay a stinker at home against the New York Giants again. So many Brett Favre heartbreaks. That is part of your existence as a Packer fan.
4th and 26.
4th and 26. How dare you bring that up?
I'm telling you. Being as growing up as a Bears fan, he has none of this. He has none of these memories because they sucked.
Yes, they did.
That's why he jumped ship.
And you think about what happened last Saturday night. That game is on the same level with those levels of heartbreak. It absolutely is.
21-3 at halftime against the rival Chicago Bears, and you lose that game. You miss 3 field goals.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, you want to talk about there's some heartbreak where, like, you know, the Packers lose to the San Francisco 49ers in the divisional round in the 2023 season. Heartbreak because you're like, wow, we were right there, but you don't feel too bad. This Bears loss, right along with 2007 Brett Favre interception, you know, the Seattle these are tier 1
Seattle
losses.
2020 I think is a tier 1.
Yep, tier 1 losses. And you can only have so many tier 1 losses before
they have
that
a lot of tier 1 losses.
Just it scars, right? It just doesn't even heal, and you bump it and it starts bleeding again. So I just think for that reason, like, numbness is how I would describe it. But like every single summer and then going into training camp, you just know hopefulness is going to sprout because it's eternal come end of summertime into the fall. But now it's
but hopeful will come. Kyle always becomes hopeful.
Oh, of course.
It's a cycle.
It is a cycle.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in the numb cycle now. I'm just numb to it. Us as Packers fans, we as Packers fans, we're numb to this losing. We're mad because of the fact that it happened in such devastating fashion where we should have won that game. But it's like, okay, but we're numb to this. We're not freaking all the way out. I mean, yeah, we get some folks reacting saying fire Matt LaFleur, but the majority of Packer fans aren't talking about fire Matt LaFleur. Majority of them saying, well, that was disappointing. And by 2 weeks from now, we'll be talking about, all right, who we going to sign in free agency to get us to a Super Bowl.
And I think numbness is an interesting choice, too, because I think that assuming, which we all assume, Matt LaFleur and Goody are going to come back, if we fast forward to January 15th, 2027, are we under the same belief that we're not going to experience a tier 1 scar again?
Whoa, don't do that.
Don't put a future scar on Kyle.
Your data set, all of it will point to another tier 1 heartbreak.
Do not do that.
Hopefully it's not tier 1. Hopefully it's not like the Bears again or like
I'm not dealing with heartbreak.
A self-inflicted wound that leads to the loss.
Like San Francisco divisional round for the
what
2021
are we doing?
season.
We're already putting the L. Next year, 2026, 2027. Where's the Super Bowl at next year, Stroh? Where are we going? Where are we going? Bumps all the pain, and next year, hell no.
So you're too hopeful already.
I'm already thinking about Super Bowl 2027.
I thought you were numb. Did Brad unnumb you?
Brad just said, come January 15th.
Another tier 1 loss.
Yeah, we're gonna be falling in love on February 14th, 2027.
That's a late Super Bowl.
Valentine's Day.
Wait
a minute. Hold on a minute. I got something.
We're in Miami.
I got something, fellas.
Love.
Oh,
Valentine's
the
Day
name
love.
of the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers.
Don't you do it.
The date of Super Bowl 61
No.
is Valentine's Day.
Oh, my gosh.
February 14th, 2027.
Is it in the city of love?
MVP love.
What's
it
the
is
city
in
of
the
love?
I don't know.
Paris?
What is the American city of love?
What would be considered the city of love?
Brotherly love would be Philly.
Oh yeah, I think it's
Super Bowl
in
Philly.
I think it's in. Let me guess.
No,
Atlanta.
No, it's in the city of angels, fellas.
Los Angeles.
Cupid wears a halo.
Wow. And we got the plug. Let's go.
SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles, California. Valentine's Day. Love the city of angels. Cupid is shooting that arrow like love is throwing touchdowns to Watson. Packers The Super Bowl gravy train.
Okay.
Stuck down.
I'm back to helpful.
Renew the Rams partnership at ESPN LA, so we got all the access.
Get my suite ready for next year.
You ain't going to be in a suite.
Get my suite
You're not
ready.
going to be in a suite.
I want to, come on now. It's Packer Valley.
I'm going to sell the trip, and I'm going to be in a suite, and you're not.
we a team. Come on, baby. Come on.
Let's go to David and Madison on the Carbless Talking text line. Are you buying the City of Angels and Valentine's Day and Jordan Love next year Super Bowl?
Sure,
baby?
why not? Sure, why not? But actually, something people don't talk about. The Packers have an advantage over 31 NFL teams. They're a nonprofit. And so, as a nonprofit, and with their no salary cap on scouting or hiring assistant coaches or head coaches, they should have the highest payroll in those areas, scouting and coaches. Okay, they're spending a lot of money on special teams, but they spent that money on not the right guy.
David, are you okay if the Packers spend more money and then they raise ticket prices to get the reserve fund back?
They won't need to raise ticket prices. Again, they are ahead of 31 teams because they're a non-profit. The other teams, the owners are worried about the bottom line. Packers are not worried about the bottom line, and no salary cap on scouts or coaches.
Well, let's be honest here. They are worried about the bottom line. You can't operate an organization and just have $10 million in the city of Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean, so you are right that the Packers are technically a nonprofit, and they have an advantage such that all profits that they make can funnel right back into the organization.
Hang on. How do we go from Santa Clara, Cupid, Jordan Love,
Los Angeles, City of Angels.
Excuse me, Los Angeles to financials?
The thing is, though, it's an advantage, but it's also a disadvantage when you think about it, because if you're an owner of the team, I can do whatever I want. It's my team, right? So if I want to take the profits, I'll take the profits. I want to put it all back in, I'll put it all back in. It's my team, darn it. With these people that run the Packers, they take it from a stance of like, hey, I got to steward this thing. I got to be careful.
It's my
team. This thing is bigger than me. I can't just be reckless with spending.
So don't be reckless with that $250 I paid.
It's exactly right. Kyle's $250 is on the line. So I think that you put the people in place to be like financially conservative because they feel like, hey, this isn't my organization, so it's on me to be responsible to make sure that I don't blow.
They got to show up to that shareholders meeting.
I'm giving
to be able to give the financials so everyone that bought stock like Kyle think like, yeah, they're doing great. They have $500 million. They're not seeing a lick of it.
They can spend a little bit of it.
What are they doing with that $500 million? $500 million.
I got something for you guys from our buddy Will Summers. So Tinder, we're all familiar. Yes, we played Packers Tinder earlier in the week.
Players and coaches that we want back or not.
The goal of signing up for Tinder is to either make or find love. Tinder founded in Los Angeles, California.
Oh, go figure.
Wow.
Y'all be careful on Tinder now. They robbing people.
Powerful.
Wait, what?
Be careful on Tinder. They robbing people.
What does that mean?
They're catfishing people and doing all that
set
stuff.
up. Don't get set up now. If you a 2 and she a 10, don't do it. Don't go.
She doesn't want you.
Bro. It's a setup.
No guy thinks he's a 10.
What are you talking about?
That's not true.
Sorry. No guy thinks he's a 2.
Okay, if you're a 5,
if you're a guy, you think you're at least a 5, even if you're actually a 2.
If you're a guy, you think you're a minimum
like Strope's a 5,
6.
but he thinks he's a 10.
Oh, I think I'm an 11.
If you're 5, and she's a 10, don't do it, bro.
I think I'm an 11, and I'm probably more like a 7.5, but maybe. But yeah, I think overconfidence is natural.
The great thing about having a woman, now I'm gonna tell you this right now. I get told how handsome I am every single day. So I may be a 6.5, but based off of her, oh yeah,
baby girl, she juices you up.
She gives me the boost. Now I think I'm a 10. Every time I walk, she says, "Oh my, look at my man, my man, my man." I say, me.
Oh man,
I don't know what
the baby girls.
I don't know what she's looking
You
at.
think he actually goes,
me?
Or does he go, damn right, baby girl?
You know who you messing with?
I'm your man.
Who's Zaddy?
Man of the house.
Who's your Zaddy?
Okay, no. Now we've gone too far.
Now it's creepy.
Now we're inside the walls of the
Madison
Wallace
Hayes,
household.
24?
Huh?
She's probably. I mean, man.
Oh, Madison Hayes, 24.
Yeah,
Are you
she's-
asking for
what about-
validation
what do
of
you
your
want?
looks
I'm
from a
saying-
teammate?
Yeah,
That's inappropriate.
Women call men zaddy.
Would you call Kyle zaddy? Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Don't answer that question.
Maddie,
Now, that's
have you
HR
ever
valid.
called a man a zaddy?
Not with the Z.
Oh, wow. she went straight to
If somebody listening to the show right now has no idea where that voice came from, and there's just some random person saying, "Yeah, I've definitely said daddy."
How does your father feel about you calling another man daddy?
I imagine he doesn't know, Kyle.
He know now.
And
know now.
you're gonna-
You want to hear a real funny story really quickly? So we had all these kids over at our.
Get this out of the way before
We'll get it
Jason.
out. So we had, I had all these people over at the house during the Packer game. They weren't for the Packer game, but they stayed. And one of the little kids is her little cousin. She's like 4 or 5 years old. Now, she's looking at me and my fiance, and she's like, "Isn't that her daddy?" And I wanted to say, "Damn right I am. Damn right I am." But I couldn't because she's a kid and she didn't understand.
she'd be scarred.
She didn't get it.
Tuesday, January 20th, we'll be broadcasting KBN at the UW Bookstore on State Street, 2 to 5, celebrating IKEA's brand new partnership with UW-Madison. IKEA is now closer than ever with their new pickup point inside the University Bookstore, which is awesome because you can order online and pick up as soon as the next day, and it's free for IKEA family members. So swing by on Tuesday to the new IKEA pickup point and hang out from 2 to 5. Again, shop IKEA.com/US or the IKEA app. Choose the University Bookstore pickup point, and don't forget to sign up for IKEA Family because it includes free Madison pickup. I'm telling you, it's great for parents if you're listening right now and you want to send something over to your kids if they go to University of Wisconsin. It's up to them to put it together. Or if you're an IKEA family member, you can use TaskRabbit. There's so many different things with IKEA, so make sure you go to the UW Bookstore, the new IKEA pickup point. Jason Wilde joins us next. Does he say
You're
zaddy?
listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
We've called him Whitey Tighties. We've called him the Hall Monitor. He's Jesse Nelson. Like, he's just, I am Jesse Nelson. Kyle, you're Jesse Nelson.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94 slowing down before 27th Street all the way past Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side's going to be slowing down from 84th Street to just past 68th. A little heavy on southbound 43 heading right through the Marquette interchange itself. Traffic is brought to you by Glenroy, now hiring. As the packaging industry rapidly grows, so does Glenroy. Apply today at glenroy.com/careers. That's GLENROY.com/careers. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and windy, scattered snow showers, 1 to 2 inches total, a high of 36. Weather's brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Another 2-man scramble tournament is underway. Play the Kapalua Plantation course for a shot at cash prizes. Must play by January 31st. Sign up now at wisconsinindorgolfcenter.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Truth Nation, mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th, as we will be hosting our second annual Truth Community Awards, hosted by the legendary Home, Blow, and Bailey Cope. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017truthawards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber, Steinhoffel, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
As we continue to await official word on head coach Matt LaFleur's future in Green Bay, ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky joined Kyle, Brust, and Nortman and said he believes the team and LaFleur are getting closer and closer on a contract extension.
I think they're headed toward Matt LaFleur being the Packers coach in 2026 and perhaps beyond. I just think there's some details that still need to be worked out, but it seems like it is trending toward LaFleur staying as coach.
For continued coverage on all things LaFleur and the 2026 Packers, keep it locked right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This has been your Green and Gold Fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
You've already put in the work. Now there's a way to make it count towards your degree. At Lakeland University, your work and life experience can earn you college credit, helping you finish faster, saving time and money. With flexible evening and online classes, plus multiple start dates, Lakeland fits your life. Study 100% online at one of our 6 locations across Wisconsin or on our residential campus in Sheboygan County. Customize your degree to fit your life, your goals, your future, without missing the moments that matter, at work or at home. Your experience matters here. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Our next game is against Wemby and the Spurs. Tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He was not taken out of context. He said the whole thing.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
I don't think that means much, though. Like, it very rarely happens.
Holding everybody accountable.
They need to be more mature.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 noon across these very stations. Jason, what's going on?
Not much. How are you guys?
We're doing well. We were able to utilize some audio from Weekly Wilde, in which you and Strofe put together, which turned into a conversation, because really we're in a waiting game, right? Like, nobody knows what Ed Policy is thinking because we just don't know that much about him, so it's even hard to be guessing. So it became a conversation about Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst. So I guess my question off the bat is, as they're talking about contracts at $12.65, do you think Goody and LaFleur will end up with something similar, since they've been tied together basically other than 1 year? Be weird to switch the structure and then say, Goody, you're in charge. Like, how do you see them together in this?
Yeah, I don't know what Ed Policy is thinking. I don't, and obviously he can do whatever he wants. He's the president now. I am the captain now. But I find it confusing that someone would ascend to that role and then decide that one of the responsibilities that have been under his purview under the previous president, he's going to give that up and let Goody be in charge of the head coach. I would also say that if that's a structural change you want to make, I feel like you have to make that when you make a change in terms of who the coach is, right? Like, if they were to have if this disagreement over money, or however it's being described, continues, and eventually they wind up parting ways, which, again, I don't think will be the end game, but I don't know that for certain. Then if you want to change the structure and have the coach be chosen by and report to the general manager, the way it was with Ted and the way it was with Ron, Ted Thompson, Ron Wolf, then great. But I know this, I would not be overly comfortable if I was on the same line of the organizational flow chart with a guy, and then you suddenly decide he's going to be my boss, even though he's had his inconsistencies with his work, just like I have with mine. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, but I'm more anxious for it just to be over with so I can start writing some of the other stories coming into the off season.
Jason, earlier this week, I made the argument that if I put myself in Matt LaFleur's shoes, it's sort of a weird way to start that one. I actually probably want to leave Green Bay. There's a number of reasons why. I don't want to bore you too much with them, but basically I think I'd be appreciated elsewhere. I'd be a top candidate. I'd probably get more money, more patience, because I think even if he gets an extension, he'll still be under the microscope when it comes to how are you performing, postseason success, all the things. Do you suspect there is any part of Matt LaFleur that is curious or tickled by the idea of going elsewhere?
Tickled?
Tickled.
An inkling, little inkling to check it out.
Curious, peeking around the corner. Not saying that he is, but if it were me, I would be.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do, though. Check back in with me 6-7 years from now.
6-7.
When your kids have found a home in the area, they love it there, they've got their friends. I think any level of maybe I could go somewhere where the organization would appreciate me more and the general manager would include me more in conversations, and I could make more money. I wonder if that is tempered by, I got 2 sons that are, I think, middle school age, who love it here, and they don't want to leave their friends, and that does come with the job, obviously, in the NFL. But at the same time, he's not in a position where he would have to leave, right? Like if they, and I have not talked about this flippantly by any means. Strofe knows that, but I have a great relationship with Adam Stenavich. That doesn't stop me from criticizing him when need be. He's not the play caller, so I don't think he gets a lot of criticism. But, Sydney and his daughter have played basketball against each other for years. One of my favorite photos is of Sydney on a switch in about 3rd grade, having to cover her, and she's like a 3rd grader who's like 5'10", and Sydney's about 4'4". In the photo. And so I really think very highly of Steno. I've also said that I think they could use an influx of new ideas. If he loses his job, he's got 4 daughters, right? Or 4 kids, and he would have to move. And I don't see him, unless it's for a better job, like when he interviewed for a head coaching job or when he interviewed for an offensive coordinator that would have actually gotten to call the plays. That's different, right? But if him or Luke Butkus, whose kids go to the same school as our kids, like if you get fired, that's one thing. If you leave by your own volition, which is what Matt LaFleur will be doing now, right? We agree. Both sides have decided they want him back, but they have decided probably at a specific price at which, and now they're negotiating. But if he leaves by choice, I have no doubt he'll get another head coaching job. He'd be a top candidate immediately in Atlanta and Tennessee. Now that Harbaugh's off the market, would move heaven and earth to get him. I'm sure of that. But is that what he wants? And is that what's he views as best for his family? There's a lot of factors that go into this more than just, I can make this much more money if I go and get this job, or I'll feel this much more appreciated by the team I work for if I go take this job.
Jason, I don't know if you heard the comments from Sean McVay or not, but what do you make of these comments that Sean McVay made?
I did not.
These are some comments Sean McVay made yesterday when asked about, is Matt LaFleur helping him game plan?
Matt LaFleur, obviously big in Green Bay, and Mike being on your staff.
Yeah.
With Matt, he's played Ben Johnson 3 times this year.
Yeah. What would you guess? No, you know what? We watch the tape, we do our work, and Matt is a very close friend of mine.
What do you make of that, Jason? You think Matt's giving him some tips and some helping his brother out and his old mentor out?
Why would McVay listen?
Where was that interview conducted? In like an airplane hangar?
Who knows? Big time. Who knows how far that woman was back asking that question?
Yeah, I'm sure he has, right? But they only saw Seattle in the preseason. Oh wait, they don't have Seattle.
No, they played Chicago.
They've got Chicago.
Yeah, Ben Johnson got a little bit spicy against the Packers and talking about his boy and his brother.
Yeah. Oh wait, what?
Mike LaFleur is the offensive coordinator, and Ben Johnson.
I know that.
And Ben Johnson clearly does not like Matt LaFleur, and so asking that question, I think maybe there's a little something to it.
Oh, there's definitely something to it, and you can tell by his answer, right? And I'm sure he was smiling as he delivered the last part of that answer. I would be willing to guess that Mike LaFleur and Sean McVay have both called Matthew LaFleur while he's awaiting his fate as the Packers coach and asked for his input. I think it's highly unlikely that there have not been texts and emails and phone calls exchanged.
Jason Wilde joining us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Now, Jason, you mentioned Stenavich. I thought it was very interesting the way they went into the week against Chicago, and he talked about Matthew Golden's role. Now, he didn't. I get it, right? You have Jaden Reed, led your team in receiving yards and receptions 2 straight years, came back from injury. Christian Watson was great off the ACL. And then you have Romeo Doubs, who played really well, other than one blemish, which was the onside kick debacle. But Matthew Golden was limited in opportunities because part of Bo Melton and Dontavian Wicks. To see what he was able to do, and he had other plays, but the one play where he was able to make magic and get a touchdown, I don't know how that happens that late in the season, and you can't figure out how to utilize him in a better way throughout the season.
Yeah, he wasn't limited in his opportunities because of Bo Melton and Dontavian Wicks. Matthew Golden was limited in his opportunities because of Matthew Golden. Like, I brought this up to you guys before, and
I just can't buy it.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, Ben. Like, when the quarterback who doesn't criticize anybody delivers a compliment that is hidden in criticism, like a Twinkie. When he says his route running has become so much more precise and he's done such a good job of improving upon that, that means he wasn't running his routes crisply or accurately or precisely previously. And that's one of the things that keep you off the field. In addition to all that, like, he was hurt. Like, he had the shoulder, then he had the wrist. Like, there's no, like, grand conspiracy to keep him on the bench or not give him opportunities he deserves. Like, there's plenty to criticize with these guys, man. I mean, I get it, but I don't think that Matt LaFleur has a track record of keeping deserving players on the bench. I just don't. Like, I don't. Who would be the examples of guys that he's done that with historically? Like, he played Reed right away. He played Watson right away. He played Wicks right away. Dobbs played right away. Like, if Golden was either more prepared, had a better understanding of the offense, was healthy, all those things, he would have played more than he did. Like, I don't think it was some sort of revelation at the end of the season. And you heard what Adam Stenavich said before the playoff game, which ended up turning out to be false. But he had made the comment about how he wasn't going to be a premier target in the postseason. And that's because of the time he missed and the other guys that they have more confidence in. Like, I don't think that they, like, why do you think he didn't play more?
It's not that he didn't play more. If you can see what he's able to do, and you look at his snap count in comparison to other rookies.
I think the Savion, for me, I have to do more research, but I feel like Savion Williams got a little bit more intentional balls. And again, this is just like maybe he got the ball on a sweep or something like that. Then it felt like Matthew Golden is, or maybe they were too much on the even playing field, where I feel like he should at least double outpace Savion Williams in how many times he touched the ball behind the line of scrimmage or catching the quick screen pass. I don't know. I just felt like I saw Savion have a moment in time in the sun, and I don't feel like Matthew Golden had that and more. Maybe that's just my perspective. I might be wrong, though, Jason.
Matthew Golden played 43% of the snaps this year. Dontavian Wicks played 38%. And that's with the time Golden missed with injuries. Christian Watson, who started the season obviously on PUP, played 39% of the snaps. Savion Williams played 91 offensive snaps. That's 8.66% of the snaps.
He had 11 carries.
Yeah, they like him in that role. They see him as a Cordero Patterson. I don't, especially with Golden dealing with shoulder and wrist injuries. I don't want him handing him the ball. Do you? Like,
the point is whether it's on a carry or not. It seemed like there was more intention to get others the ball. Whether a snap count was higher than Dontavian Wicks or not, I think there could have been a way to utilize someone with 4.4 speed when he was healthy and be more intentional to get him the ball. As you saw how explosive he was. That's all I'm getting at.
He had 44 targets in the regular season.
Why draft him in the 23rd overall pick then? The future?
For the long term?
Yeah, I guess when you look at other positions, there's depth. Again, we could re-legislate Goody in drafting, but again, we're obviously going to see it different.
I'm seeing it through the numbers. I think you're seeing this through feel, right? Like, I guess I'm confused, Ben. Like,
despite how many snaps he played, there was no intention to get him the ball.
And with that, Savion Williams had 10 targets and significantly less snaps, where Golden only had 44 targets and significantly more snaps. So I think it's just the intention of trying to find a way to get him involved in the offense a little bit more. But as you said, Jason, some of that just could have been the fact that he just was not ready because he wasn't running the routes he should have been. So, I
guess. You draft a guy in the first round, you don't draft him necessarily, and I get it. I mean, I talked to Matthew about it. Like, Emeka Egbuka being the leading receiver for the Buccaneers and Tedero McMillan being the leading receiver for the Panthers, and Luther Burden having a important role. Like, but again, like, I think they're really excited about Matthew Golden. I guess I'm just a little. I'm not sure what exactly you're basing this on, other than like I base it on the information I get from the coaches and the quarterback. And when the quarterback, who never says anything negative about anyone, says essentially his route running, we couldn't throw him the ball, couldn't have him out there as much as these other guys because he wasn't precise in his routes. Like I don't. I don't.
Maybe we're palm right now, Jason. Maybe it's just we're prisoners of the moment from the one pass that he caught by the line of scrimmage, and he just balled out. Maybe that's the problem.
Like he had two explosive plays in the playoff game, and that's awesome. Like so just so I'm understanding the show's position though is that the 36-yarder wasn't a line.
No, I said one of them was.
Yeah, one of them was. I mean, so the show's position is he finally makes some plays, and it's not, hey, this is great. What a great building block for him next season. And after the injuries and the inconsistent opportunities, he finished on a strong note. Instead, the position is, this is proof that they should have been getting him the ball even more during the regular season.
With the quick pass like that, Jason. I mean, listen, I don't know. Again, I ain't never played in the NFL.
But again, your information is from the coaches, and I get that, and Jordan Love. But like when Xavier Worthy was drafted as a first-round pick, they got him the ball with blockers in front. I disagree with the way they utilized Matthew Golden when healthy. Even the way he was targeted could have been targeted differently to maybe utilize him a different way. Now, that's maybe not the way that Matt LaFleur and Jordan Love wanted to run the offense, so I guess I just disagree with the way they used him and what their scheme was with Matthew Golden, and maybe he didn't fit this year and he will be better next year. And that's it. It's okay to have different feelings and use different information differently.
Okay, but I guess, all right, I'm going to see if the Packers video department can send me his 44 targets. Because now I'm super curious, because I don't have time to go through all the games and clip out all 44 targets he had during the regular season myself. But I'm super curious now to see how he was targeted and how he was utilized. Because, again, despite he missed a bunch of time in the middle of the season with his various injuries, and he was still on the field for 43% of the snaps. There were times where I thought he showed really great separation, And then there were times when I'd watch back the game, and he clearly wasn't open. He had some great moments. I think there was one in Denver. I think there were some in Cincinnati. I look at young players, and I think that's exactly what young players are like. Sometimes they have an impact, and other times they're non-factors. And I look at Davante Adams, who first round, second round. Davante Adams was at the top of the second round. That was a significant investment. That was how Ted built their wide receiver group, was with various second-round picks, and so many of them were so good. And his rookie year, there were times when he was a total non-factor, and then there were about 3 games where he was extremely vital to what they did. And, Matthew and I talked about him when he was frustrated, and we talked about Davante's journey, and I think he had some great moments against the Bears that are going to be really good building blocks for him moving forward. And let's not forget, they ain't re-signing Romeo Doubs. Mm-hmm. So a prominent role in this offense will become available. And you don't think they're going to give him every opportunity to get that? I just fundamentally disagree with your premise that he was so underutilized.
I understand that, Jason. You've made that very clear. I don't know what we need to talk about.
I just don't understand what you're basing that on other than feel, though, Ben.
I literally mentioned, and again, I don't need to re-legislate it. We're having the same conversation. We're going in circles, so I'm more than happy to continue to move on, and I'm trying to get us to the ESPN Wisconsin hour out in time. There we have it.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Jason.
Talk to you on Sunday.
No, take care, be good. That's how it ended. I'm fine with it. Again, everyone can have, he can be I go to the Green Bay Packers, I can get the tape. Just because he thinks Matthew Golden was utilized effectively in the snaps or didn't have the right concepts in the route they wanted to have, I can watch one play and understand the talent that he had, and I know he was injured. There's opportunity for Matthew Golden, number 23rd pick in the NFL draft, to have an impact for the Green Bay Packers no matter who's ahead of him. Again, there are people on Jason's side. I see people on YouTube that are on my side. That's why it's a conversation, but Jason is going to see it a different way.
Whose
That's
side are you
fine.
on? You've been real quiet.
He doesn't like confrontation. There's a middle ground there, and he just kept going into my side, into his side, and I went to my side.
It felt like it was a good, spirited debate between Ben and Jason. I have to say I'm probably closer to Ben. I think that he is a special talent. I think Matt LaFleur can scheme plays that are simple, that are easy to execute, that you could give him the ball and give him some yards after the catch.
That's fine. Jason's going to look at the targets, and yes, there was 2 times that Matthew Golden,
there's a lot of people that throw to
there was an overthrow, or maybe he ran the wrong route. I'm saying simplify the way you use him, use his talent, use his speed. Yeah. There could have been easy, quick throws and passes to get the 23rd overall pick involved in your offense when he was on the field and healthy.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, again, I could be a prisoner of a moment, but we have been clamoring for it the entire year, and to see something like that and what he did with the ball in his hand, where it literally was just a bubble, quick screen, and he turned it into a touchdown. Now, that's not going to happen every single time, but that just shows you what he can do with the ball in his hand. And I think that was the frustrating thing. Is like, wow, we had this all year long, and we didn't attempt to just find ways for him to get the ball at the line of scrimmage.
To me, if it's true,
we can continue this conversation, by the way. We're very late.
15 seconds. If he was running wrong routes, not where he's supposed to be, totally get that. That's a legit coaching frustration. I would say, instead of just blanking him out, though, I would say put him in positions to succeed. That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's it. Thanks for making it more simple, Brad.
Tried to.
More next. I love that, by the way.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
I can't believe she delegated the weeds.
I can't believe Brad just called my woman a cat.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Westbound 94 is going to be a little bit backed up as usual. 27th Street to Mitchell Boulevard. The eastbound side's tightening up from about 84th Street almost to Hawley Road. We do have one broken down vehicle, 4394 southbound off on the right shoulder. Right about at Beecher, there is a semi that's kind of broken down there. So just keep your eyes open for that. It's not really causing too much of an issue. We do have a little bit of a tap of the brakes heading past it, though. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and windy, scattered snow showers, 1 to 2 inches total with a high of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Monica, we've got to hand it to you.
You and the design team have outdone yourselves.
Are you talking about the One Collection?
Those rings say you are the one.
And they say it symbolically.
Describe the symbols.
Every ring in the One Collection should be presented with a special ritual.
What would that ritual be?
You pick up her left hand and you place a kiss on her ring finger.
Rick, you never told me about that part.
Then you show her the tiny red diamond, flush-mounted inside the ring, that will forever be in contact with her finger.
Why is it red?
Because that's when the giver says to the one, wherever you go, my heart goes with you.
I give you this kiss. I give you my heart.
The red diamond is a secret symbol of that sacred moment.
The center diamond on the outside of the ring is for the whole world to see.
But the tiny red created diamond inside the ring is only for the two of them.
The One Collection of engagement rings is available exclusively at Kessler's.
To find the Kesslers nearest you,
visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
My husband's an animal in bed.
Well, you know.
Not in the fun way. Think warthog. With a chainsaw.
Snoring and sleep apnea affect over 90 million people, and 1 out of 4 couples sleep in separate rooms. Advent can help. We've been Milwaukee's one-stop solution for nasal congestion, snoring, and sleep apnea for over 20 years. Unlike many other practices, we focus exclusively on these conditions, so you get comprehensive care under one roof. Advent's unique approach can help you breathe and sleep better, and many avoid a CPAP. Plus, most insurance is accepted for our effective 20-minute in-office treatments.
Hey, the only animal you want in your bed is your dog.
Advent. Sleep better. Sleep together. Learn how you can improve your life at adventknows.com.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Did the Packers misuse Matthew Golden?
Take care, be good. Oh, that's right. That's my line.
Why'd you play that?
We got to get it.
Get one? We have to make sure that we get the take care, be good?
Yeah, it's like a movie ending without the credits. Like it's,
Take care, be good. Oh, that's right. That's my line.
Was that AI?
no, that's real. That's from this morning's Weekly Wilde, actually.
Did the Packers misuse Matthew Golden? I say yes. Jason Wilde says no. 800-990-3776. Dare I go against Matt LaFleur and the way that they used him? It's okay. You can have an opinion. You can use Jordan Love's quotes and Matt LaFleur, or you can see what Matthew Golden was able to put on the field when on the field. And you could say he ran some wrong routes sometimes. You could say that they didn't go to him when he did run the right route, had the great separation. You could say that Jordan Love overthrew him at times early in the season on the couple deep balls. That would have been scores. I just think there was too much talent and too much speed out of that player that this coaching staff could have been more intentional to use him in spots where it didn't have to be in the same way they have to run every play in their scheme. Xavier Worthy with the Chiefs, who isn't that good anymore, but what they drafted him for was speed. He ran 4.29 or whatever it was. You know what they do? They would throw it out wide to Xavier Worthy, and the Chiefs, wide receivers and tight ends, would swing out and block for him. And you know what he'd do? He'd gain 10, 11 yards simply on a screen.
It does seem like it's the Packer way to like make somebody redshirt in a way, right? I mean, all these early picks, even with Edgerrin Cooper last year, it was clear he was a stud on the field, but he still didn't start that many games. So it's been like that with wide receivers or whoever else. To me, I'd have to remember what games Matthew Golden were hurt for. But the reality was there was never a time where Tucker Kraft, Jaden Reed, Watson, Dobbs, Matthew Golden were all healthy at the same time. So you would think there'd be plenty of opportunities to get him in the mix and get him some more targets than he did. Because I think Matt LaFleur is a smart enough head coach to put him in very simple situations because he's just danger with the ball in his hands. It seems like, though, it's Matt LaFleur's system or the Packer way to be like, you know what? We're not going to change our system for you. We just need you to grow up and improve so that you're ready to put you in to mold our system.
Yeah.
We'll go to Jason in Tosa. You're up on the Carbus Talking text line 800-990-3776. You're with KBN.
Ben, I just want to just listen to you go at it with my namesake, Jason, and you're 1,000% correct. That was an embarrassment to see Matthew Golden be the most dynamic wide receiver. I mean, Christian Watson's explosive, but he doesn't break tackles.
That's
He's
very
just
true.
speedy.
Good point.
I just saw someone in your YouTube comments. Look at the Packer rookie receivers who are not first-round picks, who all outperformed Matthew Golden. Dobbs did. MVS did. Remember, we used to hear that Aaron Rodgers went through to rookies? These guys were rookies with Aaron, and they were more productive. Practically every first-round rookie the last several years has been really productive. I mean, Jason's going back to Jordy Nelson and Devontae Adams. This isn't 2008. The league's changed. Wide receivers come into the league ready to go. I think what it is Jason's kind of bristling at any even implicit criticism of the head coach right now. I mean, if we're being honest. And what you did then is you criticized the head coach for not using Golden. You were right. Jason Wilde was wrong. That's my opinion.
I appreciate the call, Jason. And again, not looking to be right, not looking to be wrong, just trying to start the conversation as to how it got there. And ultimately, what I think about is when I think about Matthew Golden, a first-round 23rd overall pick, if you were to tell me Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison were ahead of him, I can make a little bit better argument. Christian Watson was hurt for a lot of the year. Jaden Reed was hurt. And I know Golden had injuries. But there were opportunities for him to be utilized and maybe utilize his skill set a little bit better when he was available.
Well, the other strange thing is I remember Rob Domofsky coming to our program and saying that he, in watching Matthew Golden for training camp, had one of the best wide receiver training camps he's ever seen. So you pair that with a first-round draft pick for the Green Bay Packers. We know that they don't take that lightly, drafting a wide receiver in the first round. I think we had a level of expectation that Matthew Golden was going to be featured. Clearly, I'm a believer that what you do in practice, to some degree, is validation that you're ready for the game. So when I heard Rob say, one of the best training camps I've ever seen out of a receiver, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then it just didn't seem like it ever arrived when real games hit.
Yeah, it just seemed like I'm just going back and looking.
So who's to blame? That's the debate.
Got hurt.
Hey, we got to take a quick break, and I want to get to Scott in Fort Worth. Scott, if you are there, we'll get you on the other side. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I don't value that.
You don't
value much.
You don't.
That's not true.
No, that's true.
That's true.
Well, you guys are coming at me a little too much.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Our next game is against Wemby and the Spurs. Tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform. Your storytelling would inspire. Your campaigns would deliver leads that become sales. You wouldn't need a report to tell you. Visit SaturnLounge.com today. When marketing works, it shows.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
loans.
At Associated Bank, we know running a business is tough enough, so our business is making your business banking easy. That's why we make sure it speaks your language. Business and consumer-linked accounts? How about all your banking all in one place with one login account? $50 overdraft grace zone? Think of it as a I never said I was a CFO grace zone. And maintenance fee-free account? Well, free is always good. At Associated Bank, we get you. That's why we've got you. Learn more at associatedbank.com/YouGotThis. Member FDIC.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Big trucks can be intimidating. If you've been seriously injured in a truck crash, call Gruber Law Offices today. Trucking law can be extremely complicated. You don't want to take on the insurance company alone. Gruber Law Offices has the experience, the resources, and of course, the results. We know truck law. We know the rules and regulations. We know what it takes to win. Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Well, it's January, which means routines are back, but the sports action never slows down. Big football matchups, playoff intensity every weekend, and elite hoops almost every night. And when there's this much going on, it always feels good to be right, especially on Prize Picks. Mark Tauscher here, and Prize Picks is daily fantasy made simple. Pick at least 2 player projections, choose more or less, and you're done. No drafts, no waiting. I'm talking lineups you can make in under a minute. And now there's a new feature I love, early payouts. If your lineup starts hot, you can have the option to cash out before the game even finishes. And plus, with stacks, you can pick the same player up to 3 times in one lineup, points, assists, and threes all together, only on Prize Picks. Deposits and withdrawals, they're fast and easy, available in all 50 states. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI to get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Homer here with a message about 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. 3 Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. 3 Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on 3 Pillars at 3pillars.org.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Head on over to IKEA next Tuesday. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman will be broadcasting there as it is a new pickup point, University Bookstore in Madison for IKEA. So to think you could be an IKEA family member and have stuff ordered for free? Well, you order it. The pickup is free. As an IKEA family member at the new pickup point at the University Bookstore for IKEA, it's a win-win. Parents, if you are listening, well, I think you could maybe order something right now if you're an IKEA family member. Send it over to your wonderful, wonderful young, up-and-coming student in class. They come up to the UW Bookstore with the free pickup. Bam! They got something new for the apartment. All thanks to IKEA's new partnership with UW-Madison. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Let's quickly go to Scott in Fort Worth. We got 1 minute, Scott. Thanks for holding. Keep tight.
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Hey, yeah, I'm with Ben. I think they woefully underused Golden. I don't think they even really tried. I mean, looking at the stats, 29 receptions off of 44 targets and 287 routes run, or plays, rather. That's just not using your weapon. I mean, why draft a first-round pick if you're not going to use them? So I just think it was a little bit of incompetence and lack of coaching. I mean, he's not going to learn if you don't throw him the damn ball. So, again, just more bungling by Matt LaFleur, who I really hope doesn't get an extension, but I'm not really sure where else to go if they don't sign him because I wanted John Harbaugh. Thanks for the show, guys. Appreciate you.
Oh, we continue on, Scott, on the 414-Hour at 4, 94.5 ESPN, YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, and, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. We spent a lot of time on Matthew Golden, so we got a lot more to get to coming up here in this next hour. Don't go anywhere. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman back with you in 2 minutes.
Sports and banter, a perfect blend. KBN's the show that never ends.
All right, we got a couple of issues going on. First of all, on 894 eastbound, right about at 76th Street, we have the right shoulder blocked with a crash. Now, that is going to start to slow things down from National down south through the Hale onto 894 eastbound. So be prepared for that one. Southbound on 41 at Capitol Drive, we have the left lane blocked with a crash, and that's backing things up all the way back to Silver Spring. Traffic is brought to you by the Milwaukee Bucks. Buy one, get one free ticket to an upcoming Bucks home game, courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. Today only. Go to bucks.com/ESPN. That's bucks.com/ESPN. And check out the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing, rain possible, a low of 23. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy, scattered snow showers, 1 to 2 inches total, a high of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Can you feel it? It's the thrill of witnessing a walk-off grand slam, a game-winning touchdown, a buzzer-beating 3. Yeah, you know the feeling. And there's only one place to experience that raw exhilaration. Potawatomi Sportsbook. Catch all the action in a supreme space with dozens of sports betting kiosks, cool drinks, luxe seating, great food, fiery atmosphere, and a monster video wall. Become a legend at Potawatomi Sportsbook. More info online. Must be 21 to enter casino.
Buying a new roof might not be the most exciting thing you'll do this year, but for us at Big Fish Contracting, being chosen to do that roof for you not only provides income for multiple families in southeastern Wisconsin, but has a global reach and impact around the world. To us, it's more than just a roof. We've been earning trust for over 2 decades, roofing, siding, windows, and more. Go to bigfishcontracting.com to learn how Big Fish is renovating homes and redeeming an industry.
Tune in to KBN every day at 2 o'clock. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour on KBN is brought to you by Siding Unlimited. Siding Unlimited is Wisconsin's leader in Pella window installation. Looking for new windows, siding, roof, and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Bradley Nortman. Alex Strofe is running the show. You, KBN Nation, as always, at 800-990-3776. Liz is more. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. And, of course, the ESPN Wisconsin app. If you missed any of our show, go back and listen. Spirited debate. Ended a little awkwardly, I'll be honest, with Jason Wilde.
Oh, did it? Can we address the elephant in the room then?
You can do whatever you want.
Ooh, that was awkward.
That was so awkward.
I said in Stroke ear, I said, uh-oh.
Well, Ben cut him off at the legs. I mean, it was awkward to begin with, but then Ben's like, hey, I got to get the break. Stop. And he keeps using the damn word
re-legislate. What's the counter on re-legislate in that segment?
Revisit. We already talked about it. Say anything else.
Re-legislate.
You're not a senator. You're not a senator.
No, but if we're being honest, we were going in circles. So I called it out that we weren't getting anywhere. So it was like, it's time to move on. I wasn't like Jason.
No, here's what happened.
So the expert Alex Strofe, the producer, is chiming in now.
No, I would love to hear what Alex Strofe has to say.
What was that? What are you doing?
Now
Here's what happened.
He's coming for you now.
He's lashing out
Let
for
me
no
shut
reason.
the hell
You
up
can't
before I
hang
get
up.
taken out.
The man that didn't
Kyle, I
say-
got you.
The man that had no dog in the fight and was just sitting and listening has an opinion. Let's yell at him now.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You
woe
are
is
sitting
me.
listening.
Bro, your head was down. You
Yeah.
wanted
Down.
nothing to do with this.
Strofe.
I'm on Weekly Wilde with Jason. I produce Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I just want everyone to be happy.
Strofe literally sunk in his chair.
Literally,
sunk.
it was like the gif of Homer Simpson going into the bushes. That was Strofe.
I look back at Strofe. I couldn't see him between all these 7 monitors that he had. He was high.
So what happened, Strofe?
Yeah. What happened?
What happened?
Here's what I think happened. I think Ben was in debate mode. Okay, he just wanted to argue. Jason was in logic mode. He was explaining why.
Oh, so I didn't have logic?
I think he was giving you the explanation. Here's what Jordan Love said. Here's what Matt LaFleur said. Here's why he didn't get the opportunity. You were making a fair point, which was I think he should have gotten more opportunity. Jason was
In
explaining
a specific way.
Right, but Jason was then explaining here's why he didn't get opportunity. You were in a debate that Jason wasn't in. That's what happened.
I disagree because he kept going back to his points, and I was like, no, I'm not going to stand for this.
And then you said, well, you're making me late. And so he said, okay, fine, click.
I'm fine with that.
But then we didn't get the patented exit, which is take
Oh,
care of
no,
God.
we're not going to be able to survive. I'm not going to sleep tonight.
Everybody knew something was up because take care, be good wasn't said. And that was your fault.
Cannot wait.
Okay, I'll take ownership over that.
I can't wait until the film is watched on the 44 targets. I can't wait. That's going to be thrilling.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But I will say that they were trying to, which is interesting, they were trying to give him the ball early with rushes and jet sweeps and things like that. And it seems like it dropped off, and then he got hurt in the Carolina game, and it never came back. I don't think he had a carry after that game, to be honest. I can go to my stats here. Cincinnati game, he had a whole bunch. He had 7 touches in Cincinnati.
But to Jason's point, which I think was valid, he was a little banged up, so it wouldn't make sense to utilize him in a jet sweep type.
He got two carries against the Bears for the game that they lost against the Bears during the regular season. But that was basically it from the Bengals game. So that's a lot of weeks. But he got banged up, so that might be why. That might, attribute to him not being used as much.
I'm Alex Strofe as Jason Wilde and Ben Brust are having a conversation, and he's in a rock in a middle of a hard place. Look at me on YouTube.
Do you have to choose a side, Strofe?
He does, actually. Good call, Kyle.
Why
you have to choose a side. Are you choosing Jason Wilde or are you choosing me?
He was begging to go to your wedding. Now he can't choose a side. That's quick.
That's crazy, man. Loyalties aren't there.
If Jason and Paula were not married yet, I would beg to go to their wedding too, frankly.
Would you get the invite?
Strofe just sinking and sinking.
Look at Ben right now. It's below the microphone.
Are they still debating?
Do you think you?
What's your opinion on Matthew Golden, Strofe?
Yeah, what's your opinion?
I agree with Ben.
Well, where were you at?
Yeah, where were you at in the interview?
I was told not to speak during interviews.
Oh, were you?
Oh, here we go.
When have I ever Tausch called me out. That's a difference. Tausch said Strofe's being annoying to
You have more excuses for this
man.
than Kyle does for Matt LaFleur.
That's so good.
Oh, now here it is. Now
There I am. I told you were safe, but you're not.
Do you want me to agree with you or not?
No, I actually don't care if you do or don't.
I'm uncomfortable.
Strofe was playing the guitar.
Yeah. Strofe during the 2-minute break or after Jason joined us was playing the guitar to soothe himself. You're such a Gen Z.
His coping mechanism is music, just
Singing the KVN
loudly.
song.
I was singing the KVN song.
Yeah, like KVN, the show that never ends.
Make him stop.
Guys, it takes to keep it real. Ben's got the takes to make you feel.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's a blow at the polished stance. Strofe's the glue who gives the show its dance.
All right. Brad, you didn't get a chance to share this, but can you play the sound key where I say a word too many times and we get sick of hearing it, like re-legislate? What does Kyle say all the time?
Take the next step.
Yeah.
Banned in 2026.
Banned, retired. I refuse to use it. I refuse to let you use it, Kyle, Ben, or Strofe. No longer are we going to use the term take the next step with this Green Bay Packer team. It's over. We are retiring that. We're putting that to death. You know what we're going to use instead? arrived. It is time for this player not to take the next step, but to finally arrive. We've been patient enough with this draft and develop system. And with all the people, you could go down with first-round draft picks, whoever it is in the Packer organization. We've been using the phrase, take the next step, for far too long. And it's time that we instead say, this player, this team needs to arrive. Because I think that take the next step still kind of allows for there to be, just one step is all we got to take. No. One steps are gone. You need, if it's a leap that you need to take to arriving, then you need to take that leap. The 2026 offseason must be defined by players, coaches, draft picks, scouting, whoever it is. It's time for these players to arrive. So I am banning and I am putting to death, take the next step, and I am resurrecting arrived. That is what the Packers need to do this offseason. And if any other discussion than that, any other sort of casual marginal improvement, that's not good enough. You need to get to the end zone, you need to get to the end line, and you need to arrive this offseason.
I ain't mad at
Patience is
that.
gone.
I ain't mad at that. I definitely think this is a team of guys that should definitely appear, definitely arrive in this season. We have been talking about the next
he likes
step.
it. He even used it in the sentence.
No,
There we
but
go.
no, I'm right there because I am not. You did not hear me at all talk about, this is one of the youngest teams in the NFL. I don't care about that because these guys are experienced. And now you're talking about a point where we're talking about a Christian Watson going in year 5 next year. You got Christian Watson going into year 5. Jordan Love going to be starter for year number 4. Tucker Kraft going into year number 4. Josh Jacobs, 3rd year on your team. Xavier McKinney, 3rd year on your team. You're talking about a whole bunch of guys that are really going into their power year as players. So I'm right there with you, Brad. They don't need to take the next step. They need to start establishing themselves. They have arrived. That's exactly what I expect, even from a young man like Matthew Golden that had his real coming out party against the Chicago Bears in the playoff game where he made something out of nothing. And so I'm right there with you, Brad. It's time for these guys to arrive.
And the Packers have this system where they have a lot of patience, right? I mean, it's even kind of going in with this Matthew Golden thing.
Okay.
There's almost an expectation.
How about pick a different player?
It could be, I'm trying to think of LVN.
How about Jordan Morgan?
Jordan Morgan. There is this sense
LVN's a good one,
within the Green Bay Packers building that we're going to draft, develop. Let's take our time slowly. We want you to grow into the system. I'm over that. I need there to be an arrival of sorts. There are people every single year, rookies every single year, that are impact players, 2nd year, 3rd year. Arrival is more important than taking the next step.
I want Strofe and Kyle honest answers here. As Packer backers, seeing the 4 first-round picks of Jordan Morgan, LVN, you can go back a little bit. I mean,
Eric Stokes, Quay Walker, Devontae Wyatt.
When you see them get drafted and you don't see the productivity that, they're not, even when Quay was drafted out of Georgia, he wasn't the most productive of the linebackers.
He only started his senior year, I want to say, there at Georgia. Like a full-time starter.
Do you even get excited anymore when the Packers draft players?
No. To be 100% honest, Matthew Golden, I was extremely excited
that
for.
One I get.
We were here when we talked about Jordan Morgan. I was never excited about the draft pick of Jordan Morgan because I felt like it was a reach by the Green Bay Packers. Lucas Van Ness, I was disappointed because I felt like, okay, let's see what it's going to happen. But it seems like we're drafting based off potential as well. Quay Walker, I said, okay, he's a thumper, but he doesn't have that much experience. I love Devontae Wyatt when they drafted him, even though he was old as dirt when they drafted him. But I don't get as excited anymore because at the end of the day, the first-round picks just haven't come through. Now, again, Matthew Golden was something to get excited about. Honestly, I have more hope and, passion for the guys that get drafted after the first round because it's just based off the recent history of those guys are the ones that seem to be delivering a little bit more. Anthony Belton, if you ask me, has surpassed Jordan Morgan in the pecking order of trust on that offensive line.
And I think...
Hold on.
Please explain what's going on to the audience.
I'm giggling. Oh, I don't know what you guys are referring to. I'm referring to Kyle calling a 24-year-old man old as dirt.
Well, Devontae Wyatt got drafted at 24, which for a rookie in the NFL, that is a little bit old.
He was freshly... His birthday's in March, so he was freshly 24. But yes.
That is...
Big J journalist trope.
Brad, when you got drafted, how old were you?
I was 22.
Okay.
Old as dirt, though.
Old as dirt.
24
in NFL years? Yeah, in NFL years, that's like 50.
Yeah, Michael Penix got drafted like 24, and he said, oh my gosh,
what the hell's
old.
Aaron Rodgers?
Dude, he's dead.
It's
Joe Luke Kuechly was 20 when he got drafted.
Exactly. And
he was so good.
So good.
No, I'm just saying 24 is old to get drafted.
And if the Packers are ever going to...
I guess I don't disagree.
If the Packers are ever going to make this run to the Super Bowl, you need to have like multiple different phases arriving, peaking, however you want to call it, at the same time. Like you have to have some rookie and first round or second year contributors. You have to have people there.
There's no first round pick this year.
Good.
Well, then you need
good. Because Brad, you said you
just gonna let me down again anyway.
You have first round contributors. Where these first round contributors, let's just be honest, and I talked about it before. None of them are Pro Bowlers. None of them.
Yeah,
we can like
true.
Quay Walker all we want, but Quay Walker isn't exceptional. He is just a good linebacker. He is replaceable. That's why if he doesn't come back, I do think the Packers can literally draft somebody, as you saw in Edrin Cooper, who can be just as good or have more potential than him. So he's very replaceable. That's why.
But there's a lot of holes to fill. If you're looking, there's a line to figure out. There's cornerback. There's D line. The one thing that Goody hasn't done a good job at is depth. This team has no depth when it comes to D line. Like if all 22 planned starters are playing, it's solid, right? You got Devontae Wyatt, Michael Parsons. The cornerbacks are okay. But the minute somebody gets hurt, there is no depth on this team. So that is a very real.
I think that's
fault
what
is
I
that?
think that's
That's
what
Goody's
that,
fault.
that's
Goody's
what
fault.
comes with always having the youngest roster, and that
100%.
and I only bring that up from it doesn't excuse them from experience of having the youngest roster for the third straight year in a row.
It's a choice,
but it means that naturally you're not going to have people with the experience that if they go down, they're learning on the fly. They're not coming in with the experience they could use in past history of being on the field to be able to make an impact when something goes awry and they need to step in. So you're just constantly churning and burning people, learning their lessons for the first time. As we've talked to Tausch many times, from year 2 to year 3, that's when it sticks. And they got a lot of guys in that area, so something's got to give.
Something's got to give. And you're talking about people arriving. I do believe in this draft class from the year of 2024, I do believe that draft class is going to be one that's going to be able to carry the banner for the Green Bay Packers, simply because you just already got some dogs from that draft class, talking about an Edrin Cooper, talking about a Javon Bullard, talking about an Evan Williams, and even going down to Tyron Hopper on special teams, right? So they have some guys on this from that draft class that are going to emerge as leaders on this team next
But
year.
even like those draft classes, which I totally agree with, 2022, 2023, good draft classes. But I even look at a guy like Edrin Cooper, right? Like, I don't just need a step forward. I need an arrival. This is year 3. An arrival would be like, okay, this is legitimately Pro Bowl.
No.
Like, take the next step.
Like, you know how they don't call Lord Voldemort? They say he who must not be named.
Absolutely.
What do we replace for take the next step?
Yeah. What about us who aren't Potterheads?
Potterheads?
That's what y'all call it, right?
Never heard that.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, Potterheads. Yeah, I've heard it all the time.
Totally, Stroh.
That's what they call kids who smoke marijuana.
Pot knows a pot. That's pot. I said Potter. What do you
Today is
call
the
it?
day, Bucks fans. We got a great deal for you. Today, you buy one ticket, ESPN Milwaukee buys the second. Today only at bucks.com/ESPN. Go to bucks.com/ESPN. Score Bucks buy one, get one tickets for select upcoming home games. Seats starting as low as $20. NBA champs Oklahoma City, Dallas, Chicago, and more are coming into town. So today, bucks.com/ESPN, where you can get these limited Bucks tickets. Today only. Buy one, get one free. Bucks.com/ESPN. Get to it. Kyle Brust and Nortman continues next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my own. That's what I do.
What she said. Thanks so much, Old T.
She pumps and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, move on.
That's what she said.
Come on, Kyle. Keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We've got a crash, 894 westbound, just west of 27th Street, or right at 27th Street. Looks like it's a couple of cars off the right side. Squad is with it. Then we've also got eastbound 894 at 76th Street on the right shoulder. Another crash there. Westbound 94 slowing down just before 27th to Mitchell Boulevard, and eastbound is backed up from 84th Street almost to Hawley Road. Southbound 43, a heavy ride from just north of Locust all the way down through the Marquette. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and windy, scattered snow showers, 1 to 2 inches total, a high of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Prizes, flyaways, even
Cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
That dog does not want to be petted.
Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
4 years. That's enough time to earn a college degree, to serve a full term as a president, to train for something big and become someone new.
You bet, and get 0% interest for 4 years at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, so you can invest in your home and in life's biggest moments. With exclusive features and customizations, Pella offers the highest quality products at a price you can afford.
Aim high when setting your New Year's resolution and imagine what you can do in 4 years when you finance your home project with Pella. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is teeing off the new year with another can't-miss tournament and 1,000 in cash prizes up for grabs. Hey, ESPN Milwaukee, this is Gary Ellison, inviting you to a two-man scramble at the legendary Kapalua Plantation Course, all played on Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center state-of-the-art simulators. Sign up now at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com. It's just $120 per team, and you must get your round in by January 31st. Your chance to take on Kapalua Plantation Course starts today.
St. Anne's Center for Intergenerational Care switched from a previous vendor to business technology from James Imaging Systems. Why? CFO Sally Parente.
The service, the value, and the ease with which we can just keep using their service and not having any big headaches. It's not just all about the money. We're getting value here as well.
Robert Prang, CIO at Tri-City National Bank, likes the fact that James Imaging is local.
So being able to work with a local company like James that has that flexibility with their staff and being able to deliver for us has given us the ability to make the right decisions for our organization.
And Junior Achievement of Wisconsin VP of Enterprise Services, Lori Salzman, had this advice for others.
If anybody is looking for a good partner that is there to help find solutions, call James Imaging.
James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Visit jamesimaging.com.
Watch the Bucks for free with select games on broadcast TV all season long. WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Check out the full schedule at WMLW.com. Our next game is against Wemby and the Spurs. Tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
2026 can be your year of pain-free living. If you got pain in your knees, your hips, your shoulders, or your back, you're probably feeling it right now as you're hearing my voice. And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to live with that pain any longer. QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. They got 2 offices right here in the Milwaukee area, one in Mequon, one in Greenfield, and they are here, equipped and ready to take care of that pain and give you life-changing results for the long term. As I talk to the people that have underwent their treatments, they say it's life-changing. They say it's something of a miracle. Say goodbye to long recovery. Say goodbye to pain. Say goodbye to invasive surgery and use the regenerative cellular treatment that QC Kinetics delivers to repair that body and get that pain out of there. You'll be amazed, like I was, when you see the tools that QC Kinetics has in their toolkit to give you a pain-free life and a personal path to that pain-free life. So don't wait any longer. You're free, absolutely free, zero obligation appointment is yours on the other side of this phone call to make 2026 the best year possible. Call 414-240-2298. That's 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298.
Do you think we'll have any news tomorrow? Like, genuinely asking.
I hope so. Because if it goes in over the weekend, that'd be
I would be surprised if this goes into the weekend.
Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with you till 5 o'clock, leading into the Homer Hour. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Get us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Because we're getting to the point now where it's like, all right, is it now in the money figures? Like, is Matt LaFleur wanting more than Ed Policy is willing to give? Because obviously it seems like they're trying to get it to where Matt's back. Rob Domofsky made it seem like Goody's obviously in a conversation. Russ Ball's in a conversation. So with all those moving pieces, this is where I understand why it's maybe taking a little longer, but maybe it's one domino and then the rest fall.
You start to wonder at what point is Matt at a disadvantage if he comes back trying to re-interview and go through, a revamped staff, right? Because we already saw John Harbaugh sign and finalize his deal with the New York Giants.
Almost.
So almost, but it seems like it's been reported. So he's already, right now, pounding the sand for the best coordinators and coaches to start building his staff. Once that big domino falls, these other 9 teams are going to have openings. And yes, there are some coaches that are still coaching throughout the playoffs. So it might take a minute, but Matt LaFleur almost certainly is going to make seismic changes, maybe even lose his defensive coordinator, Jeff Hafley, to a different team as a head coach. So you're thinking to himself, probably a change of special teams coach, almost certainly a completely different defensive staff because Jeff Hafley, and he's going to have to make some hard decisions on the offensive side of the ball. More than half, probably something like 60 to 70% of his staff is going to need to be replaced. If this goes into next week, I think he starts to become at a disadvantage to actually start doing that. So tomorrow is a good day to get this done. No disadvantage yet. Into next week, that's when it's like, what are we doing here? We need to start making some moves.
I think at this point, it is a foregone conclusion. At least I would hope that they're going to sign, and I would hope that they're really focused on, all right, so what is next when it comes to the staff, the team that you're going to build around you? As you were just talking about John Harbaugh, you're probably absolutely right. They know they're going to finalize it. He is right now making phone calls, building his staff, and that's just the first domino to fall. My biggest thing is this. I'm good with it not being done tomorrow, but as you go into next week, that's when coaching positions are going to start getting filled, and that's when people are going to start building up their coaching staff, and that's when the competition really starts for when you're going to be able to get some folks. So that's why I think it's very key to get it done Friday or by the weekend so Matt LaFleur can start making all the phone calls that he needs to make in order to make some changes on the staff, which he needs to make, and in order to bring some folks into this team. And then with the Hafley going to probably be leaving as well, you may see some other guys go. DeMarcus Covington, the defensive line coach, had an interview for the Cowboys defensive coordinator position. So there's going to be some pieces that he's going to have to fill and some voids.
Confused about that one. In 1 year after losing Micah Parsons, what did he actually do to enhance that defensive line?
Well, he did nothing, and that's why I'm okay. I'm okay with
you get what I'm getting at? I'm like, what?
Okay
1 year?
He has experience as a defensive coordinator in New England last year, and so listen, y'all can take him because I didn't see any next steps, and now we're talking.
No one arrived.
Yeah, nobody arrived.
I would say Rashawn Gary might have regressed this year.
He went back to his destination.
And so again, when I look at it, there's going to be some retooling on that staff, and I believe that this now is the time. Friday's the time, so you have the first pick of the litter to be able to figure out who you want to bring onto your staff.
It's we've talked about it. Going from 8 teams to 4 teams over this weekend will open up, because you don't know who's going to win, but it's going to open up opportunities. Obviously, Seattle is favored, but again, I'm not sold that just because they're favored by 7 points that they're going to win that game. And then Clint Kubiak, there's just Salah is being requested. Right. So there's going to be domino after domino after domino. So it would be beneficial and advantageous to get this figured out from a Matt LaFleur standpoint. So even if Jeff Hafley is interviewing and doesn't get a job, Matt LaFleur probably is doing it now, but it's probably a little easier to focus on filling a staff without worrying what your own future or what you're trying to get from a money standpoint, because he's a human being. He's going to be more interested in figuring out what the agent's conversation is with the front office than thinking about the back end of the staff that he's got to figure out. Because it's a pecking order. It's human nature. What is my job security? Mm-hmm. And after you have that, then you work out the other pieces.
I'm just curious, what's taking so long? I mean, for real, like if the Packers want Matt LaFleur and LaFleur wants to be a Packer, you would think, I know that there's contract length, there's bonuses and things like that.
It's what is Ed Policy willing to extend him to, and if it doesn't work out next year, how much money is he willing to pay Matt LaFleur from the emergency fund that the Packers have?
But even like that level of, I think you're right. I think that he wants Matt LaFleur, but would like sort of an exit strategy so it doesn't feel so painful if you do have to move on. But even that in itself, I guess it's the only option, but it's a not necessarily the vote of confidence that you're looking for going into an arrival year in 2026.
Let's talk about it then. Let's talk about the fact of being honest. Okay, Brad, you played on a lot of teams, and only one team wins the Super Bowl, and very few teams get to play deep into the postseason, which you did on 2. How quickly do these exit interviews happen when it comes to players? You lose Saturday, Sunday,
the next day.
So Monday, Tuesday.
So all my seasons always ended on a Sunday. Mm-hmm. By Monday at 2 p.m.,
all players
done, gone, lockers cleaned out, tickets to Cancun on Monday night.
Okay, so Tuesday.
Does everyone actually go to Cancun?
No, I think you go. The way these guys spend money, you could go to Fiji.
and so, but with that, then you're probably talking to the staff Tuesday, getting some things figured out. And so I would expect that, okay, now you're probably deep into negotiations today, and the deal may be done. They just may not announce it yet.
Yeah, I guess I'm not sure why that'd be the case, but maybe you're right. I would guess that Saturday night Packers lost. Sunday was a full day of meetings, player interviews, but players did not enter the building on Monday. I guess they might have did some interviews on Monday morning. Either
Why are you looking at me?
By Monday at noon, I don't know. By Monday at noon, I would expect no players.
So, how'd your exit interview go after varsity basketball ended for you?
Well, I never played varsity. I only played JV, but we did have exit interviews.
No, there's no exit interviews in JV basketball.
We used so that was obviously some
Survey
some
Monkey
sophomores. No, so we were in like an empty English room, and effectively for some of the kids, he'd sit them down and be like, "Hey, you're probably not going to play varsity." For me, he was like, "Hey, you'll make the team. I just don't think you'll play very much. So you're probably like you're kind of wasting your time if you keep going."
You'll make the team. You won't play very much. How many rosters supposed to have? 25.
Get your clapping hands ready.
Like 14, and I would have been number 13 probably.
I'll say this about NFL exit interviews. They're completely overdone. It's the most casual interview of your life. You walk in, and maybe it's different with like the quarterback, but with me, every time you meet with like the special teams coach, maybe you'd swing by the head coach. But
what do you mean maybe?
Like, hey,
you didn't talk to the head coach after every single season?
No. I mean, what do you have to say to me? But it was literally
you're just proving Homer's theory that they should get rid of punters because the coaches don't even want to talk to them.
Does everybody talk to the head coach or they just talk to their position coach?
Mostly just to the position coach or maybe your coordinator. Maybe if you're like a captain or whatever and you talk about, hey, maybe this is where we felt with the team. They are so quick because honestly, think about even the Packers versus the Bears. Like, what are you going to talk about? It's just like, man, you know what? It was a good season. We're going to reevaluate. We'll be in touch. Confirm contact information. Where are you going to be? Are you going to be in Green Bay? Are you going to be in Fiji? And you just kind of go through like very surface level things because everybody needs to decompress. You're not talking about, hey, did our cover 2 work well this year? Let's pull up the film. You're not doing that. These are very quick interviews. So the exit interviews, it's just like saying goodbye. That's like what I would say is like, yeah, you had a great season. We're going to be in touch.
I'm glad you bring it up to take us inside a little bit because
they're so overblown.
You hear exit interview, you make it does feel like it's like, oh my gosh, you're going to sit down. You're going to go over your whole performance.
Yeah.
Here's where you need to get better in the offseason. None of that?
Very casual. Very casual. He's like, we'll be in touch.
You're telling me that with Carrington Valentine and Jeff Hafley, he's not talking about tackling or coverage.
He's very bad at that.
He has already been coached up all year on the things that he was doing well or not doing well.
That's true.
And he's going to say, hey, when you come back in 2026, we're going to get after it. But let's touch base. You can talk to the coaches during the offseason. Now they have other obligations and things to focus on, but you can talk to them. So it's very much hey, we're going to reach out and we're going to talk about what are the things we can do to move forward and get better. But the exit interviews, they're like this. They roll through them. Nobody wants to talk after a loss, especially.
Well, right now, buy one, get one. Bucks.com/ESPN. You buy one and you get one free, courtesy of ESPN Wisconsin. Bucks.com/ESPN. You can go to games for as low as $20 for your purchase and then get one free. Check out Bucks.com/ESPN. Awesome promo that we put together. Excited for fans to go enjoy very reasonable price games against the defending champs will be in town and a whole lot more. So Bucks.com/ESPN. Didn't think Brett Bielema quotes would make the show today, but I like this one from Brad next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Brent is crazy. Strofe is emotional. I don't want to get in between none of this.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Looks like we've got a couple of accidents that we're still dealing with on 894 westbound, right at the ramp from 27th Street off on the right shoulder. And then we have the other one on eastbound 894 right about at 76th Street on the right shoulder as well. So heads up with that. You are seeing some delays with those. Southbound 41 backing up from Silver Spring all the way down past Capitol Drive. Eastbound 94 slow from 84th Street to Hawley. Westbound from just before 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. And then on southbound 43, backing up from Locust all the way down through the Marquette. A little bit more heading right towards the KK River crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Snow showers likely, breezy, some freezing rain possible, a low of 23. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and windy, scattered snow showers, 1 to 2 inches total, a high of 36. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
New year, new ride. Start 2026 in style at Cunis. Bring in the savings with amazing offers on all cars, trucks, and SUVs at your nearby Milwaukee Metro Cunis dealerships in Oak Creek, Greenfield, and Hope Chevrolet on West Metro Auto Mall. Trade in the old and drive into the new with huge incentives and rebates on all new in-stock cars, trucks, and SUVs from Chevrolet, GMC, and Buick. Better tech, better safety, better payments. Plus, we have pre-owned payments for every budget and over 2,500 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from group-wide. And don't miss this month's service specials on brakes, tires, and oil changes.
I'm Scott Kunis, COO of Kunis Auto Group. We would like to invite you to take advantage of these great monthly specials. And remember that your vehicle will be covered by our exclusive No Fear Lifetime Powertrain Warranty, included with new and qualified pre-owned purchases. Call or stop in today for your VIP appointment.
New year, new ride. Start your search online at shopkunis.com.
Tired of waking up exhausted? That dad bod weighing you down? Let's get you back to the old you. If your energy, focus, and drive aren't what they used to be, your hormones could be out of balance. At Mentality, we'll dig into what's really going on, then build a personalized, science-backed plan using hormone therapy and peptide treatments to get your brain and your body back on track. So stop telling yourself you're just getting older. Book your appointment now at lowtusa.com. Right now, all new patient labs are covered in your treatment plan. That's a savings of $250. Go to lowtusa.com.
Brewers mini ticket plans for the 2026 season are available now with 6-game, 12-game, and build your own plan options. You can pick or build the best plan for your schedule, whether you're gearing up for tailgates under the sun, the thrill of the home runs, or the eruptions of walk-off wins. Brewers mini plans have you covered for the 2026 season with specially discounted ticket rates and more exclusive perks in each plan. Check out all the mini plan options available for 2026 now at brewers.com/ticket plans.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, and I'm Ben Brust with Alex Strofe running the show.
I got a question.
Go ahead, Brad.
I've been thinking about this for a minute. So I think there's an oil leak in my car. So, and the shop I took it to is just too far away for family, whatever. So I found a new shop that I'm going to take it to in Delafield. I have to get it there at 7:30 in the morning tomorrow, right when it opens. Because if I get it there at that point, they think they can finish it by tomorrow night. Now here's the problem. It's like 3.5 miles away from the estate. Okay.
This already sounds like a first world problem.
The question is,
hop in a jump.
That is like right when the kids are waking up. Will hasn't quite woken up yet. You're talking about feeding. You're
Homer,
talking
jump
about
in.
Breakfast.
Homer,
now,
jump in.
Hold on, Homer. Now, hold on. So I don't want to, and honestly, just getting all 3 kids into the car with coats on and shoes.
But you're trying to
and
take them with you?
Now, hold on. I have to drop the car off. I have to get back home. So I have to go 3.5 miles back home. It's too much to say, Lexi, load up all the kids and pick me up at the shop 3.5 miles.
They not have courtesy vehicles?
No, they don't have a courtesy vehicle.
Why is that too much to ask?
Homer, you have never had 3 kids under you.
Have you heard of Uber?
And before,
there's no car seats.
Well, we had 3 kids.
No, Uber
we
for
had
him.
3,
The kids stay home.
We had 3 kids in 2 years.
3 kids in 2 years?
Yes.
Okay, so what would you do in this situation?
3 kids in 2 years. Is that math?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Adopted, a baby, and then another one.
Okay, so you know how delicate this household situation is. I'm not trying to get everyone.
You're not
up as
asking her
they're
to do it
waking up
every day the rest of your life.
You're asking her to pack up the car for you to drop off the car, Brad.
I just gave you the answer. It's one day.
We don't have an operating bicycle. They're both broken. However,
a bicycle.
However,
pack up the damn car.
However, we do have a scooter, like a Razor scooter that I can just.
Apparently,
haul
he didn't
on.
like my answer.
Homer, your answer. This isn't even a debate. Homer's right.
No.
Like, Lexi, this isn't ideal. Let's pack up the kids.
That is no way to start a day.
Why don't
I'm telling
you just
you right
take
now.
an Uber or a Lyft from the place?
I'm not going to take an Uber 3 miles. I can get my own self home. I can get my own self home on my scooter that I can haul on.
There are so many options.
Yeah,
and you refuse them all.
I think I'm gonna do the scooter.
Okay, do whatever you want because you're not making any sense, and you really don't care what everybody says. That's a great option. Mine is a great option. You don't want to do those things.
Well, I'm definitely not loading up the kids at 7:30 in the morning. All 3 of them, coats on, shoes on,
okay,
not
that's
eaten yet.
What about the Uber?
That is a recipe for disaster.
Give them some snacks in the car, man.
Uber is tempting, but I'm not going to do a 3-mile Uber.
Why not? Just out of curiosity, why not a 3-mile Uber?
Because I know I can get myself back home.
You know how
in due
quickly,
fashion.
you know how tired.
I'm thinking about running home.
It's gonna take you.
Then run.
That takes you. That'll take you a half an hour. You gonna really take a half an hour when you could just take a 2-minute drive?
I hope it's.
I think I can.
I hope it's minus 20 out when you run.
You can do 3.5 miles in under 30 minutes.
Yeah, 8-minute mile.
That's a pretty good pace there, big
Yeah,
guy.
I guess it'd be right at 30 minutes, but at 3.5
Yeah,
miles.
I mean, I'm on. Yeah, and hell no, I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I give me an Uber home.
There's not a lot of Ubers out in Lake Country either. Floating around on Friday morning at 7:30.
You can
Again,
pre-schedule.
how often do you assume something like this is going to occur? Not very often, right?
Right. So that's why I figure I might as well just like.
I can tell you what you should do.
Why don't you drop it off tonight?
No, he should run. You want to run. Do what you want to do.
I want to.
Just say what you want.
I want to do the scooter.
This is
I
a
want to know
man.
if it's crazy.
No, it's a little cold out. You might get pneumonia.
No, why is it crazy?
Because it's not necessarily like scooter-friendly roads.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, then you already have the answer. But I'm telling you,
what you're doing is crazy, but you might as well pick the crazy that you want.
I highly recommend you not scooter in this weather that we have.
But it's not going to snow or anything.
But it's going to be cold. Homer, when you grew up, pneumonia was something y'all feared, right?
No.
Oh, come on. My grandma used to tell me you better put a jacket on, you don't catch pneumonia.
That's what they
I feel
said.
like back in the day they
no
would
one
just kick
believed
kids out of the home.
I had pneumonia.
I knew when I was in the
Of course.
first kindergarten kid
you
caught
get it?
pneumonia. I was like, oh my God.
I was really young.
Then I would have looked
it was
at it
shortly
differently.
after my heart surgery, and I was hospitalized for several days.
You caught pneumonia?
Yeah, with pneumonia.
See? Did you go outside
But
of the coat?
he's him.
Yeah, but it's me. Yeah. I don't know. It's just happened. I don't know. I'm fine.
It's just delicate.
Hey, that seemed disrespectful.
I bet they were
It's not a
nervous.
bad thing.
Homer is delicate, disrespectful, yes or no?
No, heavens no. On this show,
What's disrespectful?
nothing on this show.
I
It's not
agree.
possible to be disrespectful.
you must have
You
heard
have set a standard that you guys can say whatever you want, whenever you want. That's fine.
Oh.
Are you referring to anything in particular?
None. Well, you were worried that you were disrespectful to me. I don't. When's the last time someone was really disrespectful? You kind of say they're
Kyle.
disrespectful.
Kyle was telling you how to feel. That was very
That's
disrespectful.
right.
No, it wasn't.
Not disrespectful. That was
The
not-
disrespectful most of the discussed on this show is just a topic.
Yeah, that's usually Kyle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Whoa. You say I'm the most disrespectful person here?
No,
you said
you bring it up.
Yeah.
There is no disrespectful.
oh.
The standard on this show is you can say whatever you want, whenever you want, However, you
Who's the standard?
people are going to comment on it. Well, what have you ever done that not talked about?
Homer,
I have an example from yesterday that screams Kyle.
Do you like us?
Yeah. I mean, I think my show would be better, but I've said that long ago. Yeah, you guys are good. Yeah, but that's
you,
who
Homer.
you are.
That means a lot
What's so hard about understanding what this show is? Do you disagree with what I said?
No, I'm just confirming that you don't despise us.
What?
No, why would you?
That's
even
the most
think that?
disrespectful thing that's ever been
just
said.
Wrong. I don't. Why would you think I despise you?
Despise is such a strong word.
Yeah, despise is probably.
He's an insecure fella.
I am.
Right. I mean, as far as a human being, you have no chance against the punter. But that has nothing to do with the show.
He's a wonderful guy.
He's off the charts.
He really
you guys are too kind.
But make sure you go ahead and just Uber tomorrow.
Dude, no.
You will be
All
thinking.
this pneumonia talk maybe convinced.
Yeah,
I want to bust out the scooter.
Do you
get
actually
sick-
think he's going to listen to any of us?
Well, he's gonna do what he
already
wants
decided
anyways.
what he wants to
Yeah.
do.
No,
he
he
just
needs
wanted
to-
to find out if it sounds crazy.
No, he wanted affirmation
I mean,
that we all should say, "Hey, man, you totally should scooter."
Brett,
It'd be so cool.
What are you, Brett? I don't want to be in your pockets because I don't want nobody counting my little dusty pockets. But Brad, you're rich enough to get an electric scooter. What are you doing with a Razor scooter?
You know, I had an electric scooter and it broke.
Get it
It
fixed.
wasn't a very high-end electric scooter.
You
though.
don't need to. You don't need to
made
do that.
Millions and millions of dollars. In
You
the
should
NFL.
be buying the same electric
That's
scooter
probably
I
a
would buy.
$100 fix.
He's rich enough to have someone watch the kids whenever they need someone to watch the kids.
Yeah, how come you didn't
Obviously
go the
not.
nanny route?
Nanny.
Hard to
Yeah,
find
nanny
that.
was the word I was thinking.
You know, a nanny is a good idea.
For
I should do
20
that.
minutes?
I've thought about.
20-minute nanny.
You know what would be interesting? An au pair. That would be interesting.
A who?
I've heard this phrase. I've heard the phrase.
I don't know what
An
that
au
is.
pair is somebody who is like basically lives in a different country, comes to the U.S. and lives with you. Lives with you
Bro,
to be able.
shut up. What
Why?
I want to go to another country. You talking about bringing somebody over here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
to
to
live
help
with
you.
you?
It's
To
a
help?
full-time job.
Hey, au
Sure.
pair,
And
come
in
over to
exchange-
Lake
That's
Country.
Crazy.
Yeah. Someone in our neighborhood, they had an au pair.
Of course they did.
And they said it's lovely.
You got a whole
I asked
extra
them for
round to
cost
ask somebody.
estimate. I asked them for
That's
cost
what you would
estimate.
ask about.
Joe
what-
chimes in on YouTube. Snow in the forecast for the scooter tomorrow.
way.
What community
snow?
do you live in? What is it like?
The
Do
au
you
pair
have an au pair?
community.
It just
Have a
sounds
pair.
like
Au
it just
pair,
sounds like
two
the
Thank
most
pairs.
awful.
Thank you. The only
community.
pair I know is a damn fruit. I know the
Nobody
human.
in Tulsa's got it. What do they call them? Au pair?
An au pair.
Yeah.
Au pair.
An au pair.
Excuse us.
A-U-P something. It's French.
So, would you and Lexi talk about this? You heard about the neighbors. Hey, Lexi, you think
The neighbor got an au pair. Maybe we should. I'm still waiting on cost estimations.
it'd
It'd be
at
less
least
expensive than a nanny.
$50,000 a year?
Well, no, because you house them, you feed them.
No, it's
really-
much less. That's why you do it.
Is it a butler?
No, it's not a butler. They're like a third adult that can help with the kids.
I don't know. I don't want somebody.
I don't want somebody coming in from another
You have a
country.
grown
I
person in your
support
house?
this.
And they like want to learn English really
Yes,
well.
I
and-
think this fits.
Thanks, Homer.
Do it. Do it.
I support it.
I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah, you need an au pair.
An au pair. It
I'll
would
throw
solve
in.
so
I'll
many
throw in
problems.
$1,000 for the cost.
Would you really?
Yes, I
Why
would.
would you do that?
How much do I
Because I think it would be great for that person. I think it's a great idea. It fits for your family, and
Thank you.
they're lucky. So
My phone,
Oh,
gave,
thank
my
you.
phone gave me
Thanks,
pairs.
Homer.
It doesn't know what all pair is.
I didn't either. I never heard of it before.
A pair cost.
And Homer's just going to donate $1,000.
Generally,
for
21,000 to 40,000,
Right, they'll
depending
people
on
charge
year?
less. Yes,
Oh,
because
that's not bad.
you're doing them a favor by coming over to this
That's not
great
bad at
country.
all.
Brad, pay me $40,000 a year.
to be the au
I
pair.
think the key was 21
That's not
to
so
40.
bad.
He paid for your food and everything, room and board.
Oh, you
I'm
hate
moving in.
no, you
No.
hate it there.
If
There's
you
no, there's
lived
no
in
soda.
got the guest wing.
Cudahy, it'd be 21, and Oconomowoc 40.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yes, it's
ain't
the
that
truth.
the truth?
Brian Balaga, does he have an au pair? Next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Ben, the irony of you saying this guy sounds like a tool and thinks he's better than everybody else.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
WMLW is the broadcast home of the Milwaukee Bucks. With 8 select games you can watch for free on broadcast channel 49.1. Our next game is against Wemby and the Spurs. Tonight at 6:30 on WMLW.
Rick, Kelsey
Sarah about the practical joke you came up with.
Okay, Sarah, this is really great. Are you ready?
Rick, I'm always ready. I walk around in a constant state of readiness.
A man buys a woman a pair of diamond stud earrings from Kessler's.
So far, this doesn't sound like much of a practical joke. Be patient. He's not done yet.
And then on her birthday, or Valentine's Day, or Mother's Day, or Tuesday, he sneaks them out of her jewelry box and replaces them with a larger pair.
Well, as practical jokes go, this one sounds delightful, but it also sounds expensive. No, he bought them at Kessler's, remember?
When you buy diamond stud earrings from Kessler's,
And we have them for $180 to $24,000 a pair.
you always get 100% of the price you paid when you trade up for a larger pair.
He just pays the difference?
He just pays the difference.
I love practical jokes. When do I get my first pair? For the Kessler's nearest you, go to KesslersDiamonds.com.
Kyle Brust and Nortman's Ben Brust here for Grimal and Associates Insurance. They do what anyone with a growing family, like myself, does. Protect what matters most. Grimal and Associates specializes in coverage that's tailored exactly to you. Clients aren't just policies. They're part of their community. Personalized American Family Insurance back service, expert guidance, and genuine commitment. Grimal and Associates focuses on building trusted relationships and providing peace of mind. The same values they've had for over 30 years in the Milwaukee area. Connect with Grimal and Associates at teamgrimal.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
As we continue to await official word on head coach Matt LaFleur's future in Green Bay, ESPN NFL Nation reporter Rob Domofsky joined Kyle Brust and Nortman and said he believes the team and LaFleur are getting closer and closer on a contract extension.
I think they're headed toward Matt LaFleur being the Packers coach in 2026 and perhaps beyond. I just think there's some details that still need to be worked out, but it seems like it is trending toward LaFleur staying as coach.
For continued coverage on all things LaFleur and the 2026 Packers, keep it locked right here on ESPN Wisconsin.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
Concerned about fraud? Tri-City's got your back. Use debit card alerts. Help stop a card hack. You'll get notified when your card's being used so you can prevent your account from abuse. Tri-City National Bank, member FDIC.
No look behind the back to Kone, who rises up, throws it down.
Siku Kone and the Milwaukee Panthers men's basketball team take on Oakland this Thursday. Tip-off is at 6 p.m. at Panther Arena. From clutch three-pointers to rim-rattling dunks to game-changing blocks, you'll experience all the action. Ticket prices start at just $23. Help tilt the floor this Thursday at 6. Visit mkepanthers.com for tickets. Panther Athletics for the MKE.
At Saturn Lounge, we know if your marketing actually worked, you would know. Your website would perform. Your storytelling would inspire. Your campaigns would deliver leads that become sales. You wouldn't need a report to tell you. Visit SaturnLounge.com today. When marketing works, it shows.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Bucks.com/ESPN2. Get a great deal on a buy one, get one free ticket to an upcoming January and February Milwaukee Bucks games. Oklahoma City's going to come in town. So get the buy one, get one courtesy of ESPN Milwaukee. That's Bucks.com/ESPN. Joining us now is Brian Bulaga. Brian, what's going on?
Not much. How we doing?
Doing good, man. As this negotiation, conversation continues to go, what's your feel? Do you think it's money that they're trying to figure out? Is it Goody and Russ Ball and Matt LaFleur trying to get all three figured out? Just your overall takeaway as we are heading towards the end of the week.
Yeah, I don't know if money's ever an issue with Green Bay, especially for coaches and GMs and positions that are non-player positions. I don't think the money is ever an issue, right? Like if they're haggling over $1 million, that's going to get figured out between Matt and his agent and whoever negotiates it, whether that's Ed Policy or I doubt it's Russ Ball, but I imagine it's probably directly with Ed Policy. I think I read the report today, which with what Rob said, is that there's talk that Ed Policy wants it to go back to the old structure. If that's something that's true or not, and Rob normally has really good sources, that may be what's taking a little longer.
Would you want that if you're Matt LaFleur? You've been side by side with him for 7 years. That would be a weird change.
No, I would not want that if I'm Matt LaFleur. That would not be the way I'd want to go about it. I think because now the power structure changes immediately, right? Like, I mean, that's the way that whole thing was initially with Ted and the way Ted did things, and Mark Murphy changed it. And it became a little more coach-friendly, so to speak, if that makes sense. And if you're going to change it back now, what does that look like? Matt's never been a part of that. What does that mean? Well, and there's a lot of different what-ifs to that. And I think if that is true, which again, Rob normally gets really good information from what's going on inside there, that may be what the holdup is here.
Brian, we've had some time to digest now. A lot of Monday was, responding and reacting to the Bears game. But assuming Matt LaFleur and Brian Gutekunst are both back, what needs to change for this team to actually make deeper playoff runs and not walk away with a level of dissatisfaction that we've felt so many years now?
Well, I mean, playing better is good, right? That's always a good thing.
So how do you play better? Like, is it more coaches or more players to you?
I mean, obviously that loss against Chicago, I think, was a mix of both, right? I think it was players and coaches. I think second half wasn't coached well enough, and we sure as hell saw it wasn't played well enough. That's for sure. So I think you look at it as a mixture of both. I got into this a little bit with Wilde and Tausch on Wednesday. I think they need to find an identity offensively for sure of what they are, because I think last year we thought this is a run offense, right? Like they're running the hell out of the ball. Jacobs is this, and he was fantastic, and the offensive line that they had at that point in time last year was doing a great job at it.
Boy,
this year, what were we offense? What was the identity? We wanted to run the ball, didn't really run the ball well. When we wanted to throw the ball, we threw the ball really well at times, but pass protection was an issue. And that reared its ugly head in the final half of the Bears game, right? Like both of those issues reared their head at the same time, which you can't have. So identity-wise, what are we as an offense, right? If we bought big linemen and drafted big linemen and because we wanted to run the ball, well, we couldn't do that when we wanted to. Well, we have pass protectors, but we couldn't really pass protect as well. And we want to throw the ball because we have a really good quarterback that can throw well. And we have a lot of wideouts. So
I just, since you're talking about the O-line, who's responsible? Who's at fault? Is this just the guys aren't good enough, or is it coaching with the offensive line? How did the offensive line just go from last year being, I would say, a positive to a point where it was the worst offensive position group on this team this year?
Yeah, and well, it's obviously, you change personnel, and you got to start looking at personnel. Is the personnel where it needs to be? Is it who you want it to be, right? Elton Jenkins leaves or gets hurt. You never know what could have happened if he stayed healthy. Maybe they look at this and go, okay, we need to rethink this. We're going to move Elton back to guard, and Sean Ryan still goes to center, and that looks completely different, right? Like you have Elton back at guard, and that thing looks completely different. And obviously, Sheed had a tough go at it at left tackle against Chicago. That stood out, right? And he's going to be departing. Elton's most likely going to be departing. Sean Ryan's most likely going to be departing. So now you're looking at replacing three positions. Obviously, Jordan Morgan's there, and they want him to be the left tackle, but spots still have to be earned, right? So now where I get back to identity, and I talked to Jason about this in Tausch, what's the identity of this offensive line? Are we going back to being a pass blocking group that's really good at pass blocking, and we're on the run, full zone scheme, old Matt LaFleur, or are we sticking with kind of what the trend was a couple of years ago when we got beat by Philly? We need to be the big offensive line like Philly had, and that's the type of ground game we want to have. Well, you got three spots now that you're making decisions on with that, and to me, that sets this offense in motion. right? Like, that's it. Like, we want to talk about identity of a group. It starts with the identity of the five up front. What do we want this offensive line to be, or what does Goody want this offensive line to be? What does Matt see it as? And then, you give players to an offensive line coach, and the line coach has to do his best with what you're asking him to do offensively and with the players, right? Like, that's really what it is. And that's going to be the question going into this offseason is what's going to be the identity of this group. And to me, that's the biggest thing that we're going to have to find out as this offseason.
What would you do with
along.
the identity?
I go back to, if it were me, I want to see the identity that LaFleur had when he first started this thing. And not just because I was a part of it, but you looked at the group, it was Bakhtiari, it was Elton Jenkins as a rookie, it was Corey Lindsley, it was Billy Turner and myself. We were all a certain profile player, right? Like really good pass blockers. But, we ran the zone scheme. Well, that was what we were all kind of built for, zone scheme. And then that group kind of continued, and Aaron had his runs and MVPs, and the offense was a certain way. So to me, that's what the blueprint is.
Well, we'll see what this offseason will bring, Brian. We appreciate the time. Look forward to hearing you on the ride home with Homer. Homer Hour.